first happened, it was nice, it was sweet. Now it's getting older and we're finding that it's not so neat. Smiles growing cold, perfume's getting stale. I can see it in your eyes, all the lies and alibis. I can see it in your eyes, all the lies and alibis. Happiness together, honey, there's just no way. Love has seen much better days. It's over now, yes, it's gone. No one's at fault, there's no one's wrong. I can see it in your eyes, all the lies and alibis. I can see it in your eyes, all the lies and alibis.
I'm so tense and tight. Hello, my beautiful little baggies. It's your guy T-Bo Baggins on the scene here, and I just want to say hello to everybody. Hello, Melissa. Yes, that is a great song. Although I'm not, I will go ahead and say I prefer the version that they made for Repo Man. You know, the lounge version where like he starts scatting in the middle of it. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorite movies, actually. You should definitely check out Repo Man if you haven't yet. But anyway, hello, Melissa. It's good to see you. And yeah, we're just gonna... Ricky Spanish! Yar! Pretend Fashionista, hello! Hey, it's good to see you. Also want to give a shout out to Duchess, who won't be joining us this evening because, well, it's late where she is and she needs to sleep. But she will definitely be catching us on the replay crew, and everyone show Duchess some love, shall we? But I hope everybody's doing well out there, and if you came to my stream after watching The Most Worst, I thank you all for joining, and definitely check out The Most Worst. He did another live tonight, which was awesome as always. But anyway, how is everybody doing out there in internet land? I've missed you all. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like it's been a while. It feels like it's been a while since we were last here. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell. Give me money for my massive robot army. I do need the robot army. It's important for my YouTube career that I have a robot army. Lauren, hello. It's good to see you. And yeah, I was looking at your comments on my last stream, and I realized I hadn't seen you for a while. I hope you've been good. It's good to have you back. It's good to have you back on the live. in fact. As for myself, I'm doing good. I had to do adult shit, which I hate. I can't tell you how much I hate adult shit. I hate doing it. I have this weird dichotomy in my mind where I want to pretend like I'm 17 still, and now my body and my life are telling me otherwise. But yeah, it's hard to shake sometimes. It really is hard to shake. But anyway, let's get right the fuck into it, because I've got plenty of stuff going. We're gonna cover some Jessi news, and we're gonna do some literature with Lorne afterwards, or before. I don't know. You know what? I think we'll do the literature with Lorne afterwards, because we've still got a few chapters of his novel we got to get through. We are going to finish his novel, and then we're going to go to his young adult novel, his young adult romance book. But for now, just to let you guys know, as all of you know, Jessi has kept relatively quiet. So we thought she locked down her YouTube channel. Except for that one brief moment. There was the Let's Debate debacle where she went on her Evil Little McNuggets Exposed channel to dock somebody's Discord information, which got reported into oblivion, as it should have, because, you know. And then there was the whole there was that I would say it wasn't a whole shit show. I'd say it was more of a fart show, a splattery fart show. The whole Let's Debate thing. It was a splattery fart show. A shart show, if you will. But then after that, there wasn't a whole lot going on. Wasn't a whole lot the fuck going on with her. And like most of us had pretty much contended to move on. You know, I was moving on with my Gale and Lorne stuff. I had Minnie Manson on the show last week, which, while it started off terribly, it was off to a horrible start. I like to think that the Minnie Manson appearance went really well after we got through all of the technical bullshit. You know, so basically, like, we were all moving on. Everything was great. And then Jessi happened. Again. Because Jessi just can't stop happening. She cannot stop happening. Holy shit. So, I'll share this real quick. I just want to do one thing real quick. Okay, can you guys see that? Oh, please tell me you can see it. I don't want to have to pull it up elsewhere. So, okay, can you guys see the picture? Can you guys see it? No. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. We're gonna try it again. I'm gonna remove... See, this is... Okay. I'm gonna have to... Alright. Let's get rid of it. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to do it like this. I'm gonna have to do display capture. It's the only way. It's the only way this is gonna work. I hate display capture, but you know what? We're going to do it. Because it's my only choice. So let's see here. First, Jessi sent Wes this message, which I'll dramatically read right now. The beautiful irony of you trolls saying I use a beauty filter. Okay, StreamYard, when I fucking dare you to find how to use a filter on StreamYards, you can't! Well, we say you use a beauty filter on your camera shots and your other videos, but okay. We know you can't use a beauty filter on StreamYards, but you use them everywhere else. I mean, how many times have we seen pictures of you where your nose has just magically disappeared into the ether? So you guys are saying I'm beautiful. It's actually funny as fuck whenever people come into my chat like, nice filter. I guess you're saying I'm hot then. You can't use a filter on StreamYard. This is my last message to you. You are all bullies, and I am so much happier away from it all. What I will never understand is why the girls are jealous and mad that I sing and play instruments and perform my original music when they can rent an instrument and take lessons. For fuck's sakes, there's lessons on YouTube now. It's 2022, not 2002. A friend made a good point. They don't want to play, or sing, or perform. They just want to troll me while being jealous. It's odd, and quite frankly ridiculous. Get a hobby, or a talent. It doesn't make sense. They're like NPC characters that just go in circles. I have a bigger platform now. I'm making more money. There's no trolls and people are excited to do projects with me now. I have a great setup and now microphone and recording equipment built for podcasts. It's absolutely beautiful. I also have VR and a nice little setup with a backdrop. I should have left YouTube a long time ago. If the girls find me, they'll say they're queens of podcasts. That's what they do. It's sick. I will never understand their delusions and mental illness instability. When Vex said she was off her meds, first phone call you uploaded, she says, fuck you, cunt. Yeah, I'm off my meds and you're stupid, cunt. Direct quote from aggressive, crazy women. They should just get a job or hobby. Going to school and that's it isn't life. I went to school and had a job and was in theater and was writing and performing original music and with my boyfriend's band. I had many things going on. Sad Victoria says I go to school when I tell her to get a job or a hobby. You should be doing more than going to school. Anyway, you are blocked for life. I have all your messages archived, so I have your number deleted now. Fuck all of you, and peace out. Won't see any responses. Also, get your lisp fixed. You think I liked you? I was trolling you, and you know it. That's why I messaged you on April fucking Fool's Day. You have a lisp, bae. And then, at the bottom, after like 2 weeks, 2 weeks later, by the way, Chris Hansen wishes. Okay, that was the first note that maybe something was on the horizon. Maybe something was on the horizon there. Yeah, she had. Hell, Josh. Hey, Josh. And Picky. Hey, Picky. It's good to see you. Good to see you all. Welcome aboard the poop train. Poop, poop. Yes, what a burn. You have a lisp. Squeak. Welcome aboard the poop train. Everyone, welcome aboard. But, you know, I will say, I love the part where she's like, this is going to be my last message to you. And then she proceeds for like 5 hours. It feels like there's like a ton of other messages. And she's like, oh, this is my last message to you. Oh, hang on. I'm going to pull it up. Let me pull it up again for my own self. Yes. This is my last message to you. And then she goes on to make another message, another message, another message, another. So she had like 5 last messages after her last message. Like, she should have just said, P.S., P.P.S., P.P.P.S., P.P.P.P.S., P.P.P.P.S. And also, I love how, oh, wait, what platform is she on now? She talks about how she has a bigger platform now and she's making more money. Oh, is that why you had to send unsolicited nudes to somebody and then have charged them for money afterwards? Because I just heard about that like a couple hours ago from a friend of mine. You're literally like going to random people, like dropping nudes on them and then asking them to pay you for the privilege of you dropping nudes on them. She literally is running a reverse OnlyFans here. Yeah, that was a hell of a novel for a last message. But you know, as you know, there's another message which I'm gonna show it. It's an interesting one. And of course I'll do the dramatic reading of that as well, because I love doing those. And boop. Here it is. Another message. You can't stop lying! Trisha Paytas confirmed today that she is doing a show with Chris Hansen about H at symbol ters that call her a pedophile, which she is. The fact that you called me one is slander, and you need to die. But you said it wasn't true. Liar! And of course, Wes responds in about the only way you can to that, to all of that. What? Nuggets! Hello, Nuggets, and welcome to the poop train. Welcome aboard the poop train. Boop, boop. She will never be done. Lauren says she will never be done because she's not getting any satisfaction from her final word when Wes doesn't fucking care what she has to say. Oh, I mean, we do care what she has to say because it's content. It's content for us. So in some ways, yes, we do care because... Yeah, she keeps making shit up as an excuse to message Wes. And naturally, so the next, after that, you might think, oh, well, okay, maybe she's done now. Maybe that's it. Maybe this is the last we'll hear from Jessi Jean Moore and whatever the fuck it is she does. I also love the fact, I also just want to say, I love the fact that she keeps saying she's trolling. You know, usually the whole point of trolling Jessi is to make the other person look like an idiot. I mean, if the whole point of your trolling was to make you look like a fucking imbecile, unhinged, insane sex pest, congratulations, your troll worked. Your trolling worked. Oh, we got additional... We have an update from Wes. Oh, and hi, Wes. Welcome aboard the poop train. Boop, boop. Lord Tebow Baggins, I sent you additional messages on Discord that came in the last 48 hours. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Guys, thanks, Wes. We have more, but in order to make sure this is all chronologically sound here, we're going to start with the very first email that Wes received from Officer Nesna, PD, which is totally legit and not Hanson backwards, guys. It is not Hanson backwards. It's Officer Nesna, and any implications of Nesna being Hanson backwards is clearly slander and libel and defamation and harassment and possibly murder. Possibly murder. But let's get to that. And of course, another dramatic reading. I've got to do another voice, but good evening. I hope that I have the correct email for Wes, Most, Joey, and Victoria. Jessi was unable to provide any emails. However, she believes these are the correct email addresses. If incorrect, I will ask her to find the correct addresses. That way I can help her. It has come to my attention that there's been multiple years of cyber harassment by multiple people under quote-unquote sock accounts or quote-unquote alt accounts, such as Cosby Show characters. This involves slander, defamation, and libel. This is a formal cease and desist to remove any and all content about Jessi. This individual has been through a lot in life. She was assaulted when she was a child, then accused of assault, which was proven to be a false claim, and other accusations that are online, including but not limited to that she wears diapers, that she lived or has sexual relationships with online creators and people in her fan base, sending unsolicited messages, etc. This has all been proven not true, and you think it is hysterical to bully someone who has moved on with their life. There are double agents, not involved in my facility, that know what you do. She advised me not to give detail other than it is something you are doing on a platform called, quote-unquote, Discord. I am not sure what that is. I am pretty old. My children use TikTok and Instagram. With parental settings and supervision, of course. They don't watch predators like Trisha Paytas, who abuse people and sexually harass minors, including messaging a minor to collab last week. Anyway, I just know there's a lot of harassment going on, and this person hasn't done anything to deserve it. They're weird? So what? They prefer not to wear makeup and Photoshop like the trolls? So what? There's no reason to harass someone on this level. Here at the law enforcement agency facility, we don't condone cyber harassment. Quit talking about them, making videos, messaging people from Discord servers. Whatever that is, I don't know, I am old. And whatever else you do. Focus on people like Trisha Paytas and Colleen Ballinger who actually interact with minors. Jessi has proven she doesn't talk to minors, and has shown me proof of you admitting that you were wrong about them. Shame on you for knowing the truth but spreading lies for entertainment. I must shelter my children from people like you. I haven't seen anything they have done predatory.
They proved you were sexually talking to them. They have shown me everything I need to know that you are a terrible person, and I'm not sure if you are religious, but I would be worried about going to hell. Have you read Dante's Inferno? My child is reading that in English class, and even she has sense to know when to do the right thing. Instead of apologizing and deleting everything and moving on, you doubled down and created more chaos. Stop that. Leave people alone. Don't send sex toys to followers and have them move in a young 20-something-year-old women. That is predatory. There is no proof of her being a predator, pedophile, etc. They are a performer, yet the people against her are jealous that they can't perform because they refuse to learn instruments or seek any lessons. Don't complain if you don't want to improve or learn. Imagine if Ariana Grande talked negative about her idol Celine Dion rather than started vocal and instrument lessons. It is odd behavior to attack a person for years because you don't like them or are jealous. I am old, but wise, and I am giving Jessi advice to not associate with anyone in TCAP because they are all predators and harassers. And bring awareness to Theo and the revenge porn and have a voice with their new platforms. They won't name names and just explain to their growing community that they have stalkers and show proof. So it isn't one of those, oh my god, another YouTuber with a stalker. Don't just talk. Be the voice other victims need. Cease and desist will be active until January 25th, 2060, and if you violate within 9 days, you will have consequences. Leave people alone. Cease and desist now. And this is from an officer, J.B. Buno Hansen. Buno Hansen.
Well, that was the first thing. That was the first thing. Oh, we got Ronnie G. Hello and welcome aboard the poop train. Tickle P. Shivers, welcome aboard. Callie, welcome aboard the poop train. Dr. Cassandra, welcome aboard the poop train. Ariana Grande Official, welcome aboard the poop train. Poop. So, first of all, God, you guys, there is so much wrong with this. So much fucking wrong with this. And first of all, let's start with the fact that since cease and desist is a civil document, law enforcement officials don't do those. Lawyers do. So yes, law enforcement officers don't do civil documents. Lawyers do. Therefore, no law enforcement officer of any shape or form would ever send out a cease and desist. Fucking hell. A second, having read an actual cease and desist letter, they're never this long. Like it's really, I mean, it literally boils down to, hello, I am blah blah blah, the attorney for blah blah blah. We see that you have we see that you have said this, and this, and this is a formal notice to stop. You know, if you don't conform, there will be consequences. That's a cease and desist. The rest of this shit is literally just Jessi, like, venting whatever thought just happens to be in her hamster wheel brain on this day. But I would also like to point out, okay, she was assaulted when she was a child. Citation definitely fucking needed because she gave like 5 different stories of that. Then accused of assault, which was proven to be a false claim. Again, we've read the police report. If it was a false claim, why did she admit to doing it in the police report? And also, if you do a plea agreement, you're guilty. Innocent people don't do plea agreements, y'all. That's not how it works. Innocent people don't do plea agreements. And other accusations that are in law online, and this is one of my favorite parts, but including but not limited to, that she wears diapers. Right, so Jessi doesn't wear diapers. She doesn't. She absolutely does not wear diapers. Right? Hang on just one second. Boom. I gotta add something else. But we are going to not use it yet. Window captures. Aw, shit. Off. Okay, so I'm going to go to it. And thanks to Green Frog for bringing this to us. Thanks to Green Frog. Green Frog, Green Frog. Jessi doesn't wear diapers, guys. Okay, where's the sound? Oh.
Of course, but you can't be bothered to go to the bathroom. Able to.
Hang on.
Advertisement is brought. This ad.
We gotta hear it.
Hello there. This advertisement is brought to you by Katie's Diapers. You have to stream for 8 hours, but you can't be bothered to go to the bathroom. It's able to hold 2 loads when you have to do number 2. It's super absorbent and it can at least absorb 2 bottles of wine. These diapers. Also, try my ass wipes, which are really just, my cease and desist and Kyle's jail bail receipt. Buy one today. Katie's Diapers.
I mean, and look at her working like she is working that shit like it's a Polaroid picture right there. So yeah, guys, Jessi doesn't wear diapers. Jessi doesn't wear diapers, Ricky. I will not have those lies on my channel. Picky. Oh wait. Oh, we got some more people. TCAP troll, Jessi. Oh, Theo, welcome aboard the poop train. Oh. And Picky, we're writing on behalf of our clients, the Doobie Brothers. This is the part where I'm supposed to cite U.S. copyright, excoriate you for not complying with some subparagraph I'm too lazy to look up. And you know the worst part about that, Wes? She didn't write that. Steve McRae did. And sadly enough, it's actually one of her better skits when she was JKJ Declassified. She's prepping for her grift at the age of 60. Oh, Ronnie. Good one. That's a good one. But yeah, so we've established she... Oh, hang on. So let's see here. Yeah, she doesn't wear diapers. She doesn't wear diapers, you people. She does not wear diapers. That she lived or has sexual relationships with online creators and people in her fan base. Well, first of all, that was a joke. And, yeah. Oh, sending unsolicited messages. Yeah, she's never sent an unsolicited message, guys. She's never sent one. I mean... Hold on just one second. So, right. Besides this fun Discord DM exchange with Theo, in which here it is. Hey, I'm horny. What you up to, bestie? No. Oh, hang on. We'll get to the best part though. As soon as I can find it. Ah, fuck. Oh, here it is. Here's Jessi sending an unsolicited nude to Theo. There it is, right there. There it is. Unsolicited nude, right there. I mean, it's censored, but, I mean, check that out. Yep, but she never sends unsolicited anything, you guys. And speaking of not sending unsolicited anything, again, thanks to Green Frog for these. I hope you guys didn't hear that. I farted. Also, for context, this actually happened after. This happened after she was on Mop and Theo's stream, sexually harassing Mop and promising to cure his gaydom. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, you've missed a lot. You've missed a lot. Jessi has been up to so fucking much. Like, I can't. There's hours of videos about her post anti-KJ adventures, Josh. I would recommend checking out The Most Worst. I've done streams about it. It's a whole thing, Josh. It just Oh, Medusa! Welcome aboard the poop train! Poop poop! But, yep, I will ungay him. An actual thing Jessi said to Mop. Yep. Yes, she did. What, and PF says what she did to Theo and Mop was disgusting. Everything she does is trash, but messing with them and my homegirl KMS really set me off. Oh yeah, yeah, that was all fucked up, all sorts of fucked up. Like, that pissed a lot of us off. That I mean, I was, yeah. Supercalifragilistic Jessi has ptosis. How, okay, so, hang on, I need to find it. Oh, right. I'm going to do that. I'm going to... Okay. I'm just going to pull up the... Because we got the new shit. The new shit. Delivered to me from Mr. Wes. She does realize that's not how Josh, this is a woman who alternately claims to be who claims to be bi when it suits her. She claims to be bi, she claims to be non-binary, basically whenever the mood fits her. If it's, you know, a bad day and she's on her period, then, you know, she might be a woman, but, you know, there might be other times where, you know, she's smoking her synthetic weed, and she's got 7 Celsius energy drinks in her, and at that point she's feeling a little non-binary gay person. It just depends. And yes, you may steal that. Callie. Pussy Destroyer. Oh, by the way, welcome aboard the poop train, Pussy Destroyer. Poop, poop. I love fucked up shit. Is there somewhere to see the uncensored content? I don't think so anymore, since that was Jessi's very last Twitch stream. And the funny thing about that is that she also tried to claim on her community tab after this that she just wanted to walk away from Twitch. She was taking a break from Twitch. But and Josh, wow, man, I knew of her and I knew she was a little bit of a mess, but wow, yes, you've missed so fucking much, Josh. You have missed so goddamn much. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. But so after the original cease and desist letter, we get this. From a Chief Dunder. How sad is that? Okay, first of all, how many law enforcement officers that you know of, like, do official stuff off of a Gmail account? How many? I'm trying to rack my brain here, but I just don't see it. Anyway, we have a season, and they couldn't even spell chief right the first time. Jesus. And, Chief Dunder says, "Evening, this is Chief Dunder. It has come to my attention that you disregarded the notice that my partner, Officer Nesna, sent to you. You may be charged with a crime for disobeying an officer of..." Oh, hang on. I gotta zoom out on this so I can actually get the whole thing. Because it's cut off. Or... Okay. Evening. This is Chief Dunder. It is... And can I point out, like, how many police chiefs that you know of would actually, like, email somebody to follow through on a cease and fucking desist? Ah, shit. Shit. It has come to my attention, okay, blah, blah, blah. You may be charged with a crime for disobeying an officer. It can carry up to 2 years in jail. As well, but not limited to, fines that can be as high as $600 to $900 US. This isn't a joke to display on an unfairly monetized channel. Possibly someday YouTube will take bullying and harassment seriously and demonetize and demand payment back, and pay to victims and survivors of slander on YouTube. You must remove any and all content that is predatory, including but not limited to videos about Jessi. As a 40-something-year-old man, I use man lightly because no man would harass people. You should not be engaging with 19, 20-year-old children and young people in their 20s. It isn't right. I don't have any children, but my partner Nesna has 2 girls who are into the TikToks and the Instagrams. And if a 40-year-old man was talking to them, I would do anything in my... Now you listen, son. I would do anything in my power to protect them. Worked 25 years with my partner, and his girls are like my nieces. It is my dirty deed to protect the community. I know how to get it done dirt cheap without leaving a trace. Do you hear me, son? Now leave Jessi alone. They have a growing community of their own, and no one can see your videos because they are known with a different name. So you're doing yourself no favors by harassing and making videos every day about them. Leave them alone entirely. No videos. My partner told me their birthday is next week and they want a drama-free time. That includes, but not limited to, a live show they will be performing that can be found on Facebook events. Do not harass people and cease and desist. Chief Dunder, officer of partner of JB Buno Nesna. Okay. So much to unpack there. Lots to unpack there. First of all, Gmail is the official email account of the law enforcement agency facility. Gmail, the official email account of police brutality. Oh, God. And also, no police officer would call a 19 or 20-year-old child because they're legally adults. Yeah, and I'd like to point out that there was a clear threat of violence there. Like, this wasn't well, first of all, violating a cease and desist is not going to get you jail time. It's going to get you sued. And second of all, what kind of fucking police chief is A, gonna step in on a cease and desist, and B, threaten somebody with violence for making videos about some dumbass from Long Island. Sleek, hello, welcome aboard the poop train. Boop, boop. Everybody, give it up to Sleek, my producer. We're still working on things, but we are gonna, it's gonna happen. We're gonna make the poop train, like, it's gonna be a poop bullet train by the time we're done with it. But I gotta do it. I gotta do but wait, there's more. There's more. There's more. Okay, hang on just 1 second. Okay. Okay, this one is titled "We Here in the Facility." Another one from Chief Dunder. Evening. Officer Dunder here, along with Sergeant, misspelled, J.B. Buino Nesna. Wait. I don't think it is right that Cinderella is complaining about a deep fake of her. Why should it matter? Clearly it's fake and it's just entertainment. She is crying as if she was assaulted, which makes me believe her hormones are a flunk, or she has mental health issues like Victoria and the girls that harassed Jessi. They cannot control their emotions, irrational and unstable behavior. Having a deep fake is a positive thing. No one, no one has ever made a deep fake porn of Jessi, yet they act as if she's a celebrity. She doesn't even have a 4chan, wiki page, subreddit. Actually, she does have a subreddit. Jessi, if you're listening to this, you do have a fucking subreddit, you fucking dumbass. Kiwi Farms, etc. page about her, yet people act as if she's a big deal. Even Christopher Hansen is obsessed with her, which we here at the facility find it very odd. Officer Darvo may contact... Jesus. Officer Darvo. Jessi, are you fucking 12? Seriously, are you 12? Because you have the sense of humor of a fucking 12-year-old. And yes, all cops talk shit about Jessi's haters. It's what they do. We need confirmation that we have the correct email addresses so that we can go ahead. We have plans to serve you with a dirty deed done dirt cheap. That's right, a cease and desist. Also, remove all media about Jessi. Thanks, Chief Dunder and JB. But I think it's important to point out that Jessi does have a subreddit. Like, I don't know why she keeps saying she doesn't when there is one. There's actually a couple. There's a couple of subreddits about Jessi. But you know what? We'll just pretend that Jessi can just pretend that doesn't exist because Jessi's stupid. Jessi is very, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Jessi is very, 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 very dumb. Da-dum-dum. And then let's get to the next one. Oh, here it is. We got one from Darvo from Dunder Chief. Hello, Chief Dunder here again. Hey, do I have the correct email address? It's come to my attention that there's been severe harassment on a platform called YouTube. This is a cease and desist. Officer Darvo may have to go get involved. So yeah, we got that. We got that. So, I mean... I think there is, actually. Yeah, Officer... Yeah, this is Officer Obayet at the Law Enforcement Facility Agency unit. And we're gonna need you to stop talking about Jessi altogether. So, I mean, besides the fact that this was like a clearly a very, very transparent attempt to get Wes to talk to her again. And yes, Medusa, there is a Jessi subreddit. There is. Hasn't been updated, but we got one. We got one. But, I mean, there's the fact that, first off, this is just a clearly, like, terrible, transparent attempt to get Wes to contact her again because, well, you know, she needs her daddy Dom. She need her fetishized black daddy Dom. She needs him. She needs him. She absolutely needs him. Because as she's no doubt figured out, without us, she's nothing. She is nothing without us. Oh, what happened to Lorne? Oh, you mean the lame ass attempt at trolling Lorne that Jessi did? Yeah, that went that went about as badly as you'd expect, Lauren. And she did. I wonder if Ma inspired her legal Oh God, I wonder how many stop signs Jessi blew through, driving with her laptop to the police station to show them all the videos that have been made about her. I wonder, I really do. So, I just got to point out something. Now, Jessi, you want to know what you did here? I mean, do you really want to know what just took place here? What you did? Because I'm happy to tell you. I am very, very happy to tell you. New York Consolidated Laws Penal Law, Penal Code subsection 190.26, criminal impersonation in the first degree. A person is guilty of criminal impersonation in the first degree when he pretends to be a police officer or a federal law enforcement officer as enumerated in Section 2.15 of the Criminal Procedure Law, or wears or displays without authority any uniform, badge, or other insignia or facsimile thereof by which such police officer or federal law enforcement officer
is lawfully distinguished or expresses by his or her words or actions that he or she is acting with the approval or authority of any police department or acting as a federal law enforcement officer with the approval of any agency that employs federal law enforcement officers, as enumerated in Section 2.15 of the Criminal Procedure Law. And 2, so acts with intent to induce another to submit to such pretended official authority, or otherwise act in reliance upon said pretense, and in the course of such pretense commits or attempts to commit a felony. Or, well, the third one is about pretending to be a doctor. Here's the important thing, guys. Criminal impersonation in the first degree is a Class E felony in New York State. Guys, Jessi just broke the law. She not only broke the law, she committed a felony. She committed a fucking felony. So, what punishment could occur from this? Well, let's talk about from Julie Rendelman Law, possible jail sentence for a Class E felony. As previously stated, the minimum jail sentence for a Class E felony is 1 year, and the maximum sentence is 5 years. If a charge carries a sentence over 5 years, it is classed as a Class D felony or higher. Additionally, the maximum sentence remains the same regardless of whether you are a nonviolent or violent felony offender, and your sentence is likely to be longer if you have a previous felony conviction. Further consequences of a felony conviction, no longer being allowed to own firearms, no longer being allowed to vote while incarcerated or on parole, no longer being able to claim welfare, and no longer being able to sit on a jury. So, yeah, all I can say is that, to be fair, and you're right, Wes, there is no proof that it's Jessi. There is proof, but it's very circumstantial at best. It's circumstantial evidence, and if you have enough of that, then you can still go forward with legal action. I'm just saying. You don't necessarily need, like, a smoking gun. I would actually go so far as to say that there is, in fact, enough circumstantial evidence contained in the emails alone, corroborated with what she herself has said, that would suggest that, yeah, you could go forward. Somebody could go forward with us. I mean, I'm not going to. I don't think anybody here is going to, because, quite frankly, it just would be a waste of time and effort. And also, if Jessi's in jail, what are the Tweedledums going to talk about? What are they going to make videos about, like, 5 times a day, every day? We have to think of the Tweedledums, guys. We need to think of the poor Tweedledums. Hang on just 1 second. But yes, in Jessi's crusade to make people stop talking about her and take down their shit, she committed a Class D felony. Possibly. Let's just say possibly. I believe it was her. I absolutely believe that she wrote those. Yeah, we could call her in prison. Dude. Like I said, though, I'm sure we have, I'm sure most of us have no intention of really doing anything with that, but I'm just throwing it out there that is a Class D felony. But that's okay. Oh, I also wanted to, I totally forgot, going back to the thing about, Theo,
from the cease and desist letter where it said that there's no evidence that Jessi sent unsolicited pics. Can Jessi explain this?
To your father or any of that? Because these are the types of things people really want to see screenshots and receipts.
Oh no, I deleted the email. I deleted the email for my sake. I know that's so stupid, but I do have the email that he sent to me. I still have that because once I deleted the email and everything, I went to trash. I made sure that it was gone because I was like, I didn't want my dad seeing anything or whatever. I was like, I got to keep my message because what if, I don't know, I was getting super nervous, like the FBI would get involved or something. So I was like, I got to start keeping shit. And then from there, I started saving everything. But then, because after, actually, not even that, once I actually deleted it, I told one of my moderators that, and they were like, Jess, you might get in serious trouble. You better not, like, delete shit.
Wait, so you thought the FBI was getting involved, so you deleted things, and then you thought...
Yeah, because he told me that. He was trolling me and saying, we have the FBI.
Oh, so you were like, the FBI, I need to get rid of this evidence.
but then I realized that was such a fucking stupid move. That was...
No.
Ha! You guys heard that, right? You heard that. You heard that. You all heard that. That's Jessi. By the way, for context, that was Jessi talking about talking about Theo, talking about sending nudes to Theo. She was under the impression that Thea was a minor and the FBI would be looking into it. So she started deleting she started deleting her shit. Her own words. Her own fucking words. Yeah. I can't make this shit up. I wish, I wish this were like a book or something like that, or a movie, because there's no way this could be real life. I just, wow. So, with that in mind, I have to say, guys, it's been really fun. But, despite all the jokes and the laughs and all of the streams and everything that we've all shared together, the poop train has, I fear that it may have run its course. I fear that it's going to come to its final stop in Jessi's world, and then it's going to move on because, frankly, even though I have not received any official cease and desists from the law enforcement agency facility unit, I fear that might be the next step, and I don't want that. And I know my little baggies out there in the baggage patch don't want that either. So this will probably be the last Jessi stream that I do until February 3rd at right around 11:30 p.m. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, oh, by the way, February 3rd, it's Jessi's birthday. So, allegedly, there's going to be a celebration on the Most Worst channel. Also, allegedly, there's going to be a late night stream on my channel. So, watch both of us. Allegedly watch us. Don't actually watch us, just allegedly watch us. Yeah, we're all going to jail tonight. We are all going to jail tonight, guys. I've got enough money. I think we can pull together. We can do some commissary. We can make some fucking toilet wine. We can get into Christianity so we can use the Bible pages to roll our contraband weed and cigarettes. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Hello, Dad. I'm in jail. But you know something? I think I'm kind of wanting to. I'm kind of feeling my flow here. So you know what? I think we should watch some more Green Frog. I think we should watch some more Green Frog Jessi stuff. Oh god, we got some. We got Shut the Fuck Up, the bedtime story. Oh, wait, no. That's that. Okay, I mean, all these are... Oh, you guys have all heard these before, obviously, but... Yeah, let's do a couple, and then we'll move on to Literature with Lorne. Let's do the Dick Talk Cock Block. Let's do that one. And it's one of the West calls. It's one of the West calls. Oh, Polynomial Purebred, hello, and welcome aboard the poop train. Boop boop. Polynomial says, plus catch the new entry I'm sorta kinda bored made on his second channel of shorts. Jordan's Apology remix featuring Jessi. Oh man. Hang on, I got it. I don't know why it won't let me sign into chat from StreamYard. It just makes me do this whole thing. All right. Polly. Wait. Okay. Yeah, throw the link in the chat, Polly. Wait, why is this happening? Okay, hang on. Okay, there it is. There, now we got it. That was a new one. But yeah, throw the link up to that, and we'll watch that too. Hang on. Boop. We'll listen to this, and then we'll do Literature with Lorne.
Hey, what's up?
What are you doing?
Hanging out, smoking weed, chilling. Yeah, worked on my music and all that jazz. So, what's up? Why do you care? Why do you always ask me what I'm doing?
It's a common thing to ask people, like, "Hey, what's going on? What are you doing?"
I know, but we're not friends.
We're not friends.
So,
we're not foes.
Okay, so I was thinking of doing, we're not friends. We're not foes. We're no meek. Instead of we're not friends. We're not foes. We're no. And it's same pattern. We're not friends. We're not foes. We're no meek.
Oh, I like
feel
that.
like it's a lot better than like the repetition of, the three quarterlings. So
I like that. We're not. Go ahead, do it again.
we're not friends. We're not.
Minnie
foes.
Manson was amazing,
We go.
and so is the children's book stream.
I like it.
Oh right. Okay. So why do you even want to do?
Hey,
this?
thanks,
I thought it was
Polly.
Hitler. I thought it was the worst person ever to exist.
I never called you Hitler.
And I don't want to do this with you, but
What?
I do want to make money.
Why do you keep saying you don't want to do the show with me, but then you keep talking about doing the show with me? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, and I agree with you.
You're like, "Hey, I don't want to do the show with you. When am I going to see the contract?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
That's just me being serious,
Well, being serious about what? Because you're saying you want to do the show, but then you'll say you don't want to do the show. But I'd like to schedule it and get something on the calendar.
No, but I want to know, why would you want to do this with me after everything that happened, calling me a sex pest and all that stuff, all that shit? Why would you want to do that with
Because
me?
that's high drama right there. That's what people want to see. They want to see two people who
No, because I'm not. Because I'm
not
psychopath.
no, that's the thing. You can like get mad at me about that kind of stuff during the
She's not a sex pest, guys. Sending her unsolicited butthole to Wes within like 5 minutes of messaging him, that's totally not a thing that sex pests do. And sending unsolicited naked pictures to somebody she has no reason to not believe is a minor because they called her fat, that's, again, not something a sex pest does. Sex pests don't do that. Yeah, sex pests don't do that. But yeah, let's see here. Hang on, I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna let it play.
show, but here's the thing, and here's what I think you're missing is, we talk about Perry Caravello, and I know you were very interested when we spoke about him before, but the guy's making thousands of dollars because people are donating to talk shit. He doesn't see any of the comments that come into the chat. He doesn't pay attention to that. But the comments that come through for money, he'll get upset about them. And do you think that makes people donate more or less? They donate more because they want to
donate more because they know it's triggering.
Of course. So I mean,
I've had that happen before. I've been in live chats where they were talking about me, and then I've responded to it, and then people donate more, just like ridiculous shit. She wears a diaper too, and all this,
Yeah. See, so they're gonna want to get a rise out of you and donate that money so they can talk shit. So you've got to be able to let that stuff go through and so that the money rolls in. Because, no Migos.
Okay, I
don't know.
We're best
I can't
friends,
access the link
we
here.
got hoes.
Polly, throw in the sort of kind of board link in the chat.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's not nice.
Yeah,
How's that nice?
Wes is covered Perry.
We're not even live, and
I think we
already,
should
digging
definitely
in your
cover
big bag
Perry
of
because
name calling.
he's
That's not
hilarious.
nice. That's not nice at all. So what song are you working on?
I'm working on a song you don't know. It's my original song, but
What's it called?
Back in like 2 minutes.
What?
Can I call you back in like 2 minutes?
What are you doing?
I can't tell you, but can I call you back in like 2
She's
minutes?
playing with herself, guys.
What are you doing?
She has an appointment with Dr. Hitachi.
I have to use the facilities.
Oh, okay, yeah. Call me back.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Oh, shit.
She's pooping. Hello?
Hey, Wes, what's up?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Well, I use the facilities down here to,
You should sing your song that you're recording.
Oh, no.
Is it
I'm not going to do that.
Is it the theme song to No Migos and you just want to surprise me with it?
No, I mean, yeah, working on the Amigo song, but I'm talking about another different song. But, yeah, I definitely think it's better. I will never be your co-host. We're not friends, we're not foes, we're no Migos.
You're going to sing about not being my co-host while we're doing a show together?
We're not foes, we're no Migos, we're not friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't be a new song if we knew it.
Then the rap.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, then the rap. Well, if we can get Joran, if we are able to get Joran on the phone, like.
Well, if Joran's gonna do that, then he has to date me.
Wait.
You have to get him.
Now I have to get Joran to date you?
What?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
It'll be a whole thing. It could be a whole fucking thing. That's what I was working on. And then I was going to, the whole exposed thing. But you wouldn't let me. You fucking ruined that.
How did I ruin it?
Well, because, it was me and other people involved. So.
Wait, how did I ruin anything?
We're not friends. We're not foes. We're no Migos.
Hey, do you think we could fit this sound drop in? I found this online. I really like it.
I'm hot. I'm so hot. I'm hot.
I'm hot.
I'm so hot.
So hot.
Yeah.
I'm so hot.
It's called Hot Girl Talks About Being Hot. It's a sound drop.
So hot. I'm hot. I'm so hot.
Yeah, isn't that good?
Jessi trying to talk sexy makes me gotta throw up. Bye.
I like it. I'm gonna do it one more time.
I'm hot. I'm so hot.
I'm so hot. Yeah.
I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm so hot. I'm so hot.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, wow! It's the worst.
I have that one.
It's your boy, Wes Smoke. He does the worst of the worst. When you smell a pussy, that is just very,
No,
very,
that goes against
you
the.
smell like that.
the
It
se-
must belong to Wes Smoke.
This goes against the sexual harassment.
This is handy flashlight.
No, that goes against the sexual harassment. What is that voice you're doing? Jessi.
Yeah.
What is that voice you're doing? What?
Which way?
You're like, ho ho ho, it's Wes Mose.
Next up is Fast Ravioli.
What is your deal with Fast Ravioli?
She is a big bitch queen.
That's not very nice. I've only been to her stream one time. What's the problem with her?
Yeah.
I've only been to one stream.
Well. So
Is she problematic?
she's problematic.
Oh, wow! It's the worst.
Engine.
Hey, Unveiling. Welcome aboard the poop train. Boop, boop.
All about that. She's problematic. She's problematic.
So are you gonna use the show to promote your?
I was gonna say that's not a 4 head, guys. Jessi's got like a 7 head. That's a 7, 8, 9, and 10 head.
Your pictures and
No,
your new
I just
music.
want to banter.
What?
Can we just banter on this alleged show that we're doing?
Can we what?
Can we just banter on this alleged show that we're doing?
Band who?
Banter.
Yeah, you want to do it right now? You want to go live right now? I can set it up.
No, no, I'm talking about in general because I want to. No, I'm not going to do a fucking live and do it without a contract. Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, lots of people do lives without Cornville Three-Way right now is doing a live with someone and they don't have a contract.
Oh.
You sound like you're about to sing "Video Killed the."
Fuck, maybe I should have done a, maybe I should have had a contract with Minnie Manson.
Radio star. You know that song?
That's on them.
You know that song? Oh. Video Killed the Radio Star. You never heard it?
It's classic.
You've heard it before.
I don't know. There's a lot of songs that sounds like oh.
Actually, Medusa, nobody gave her that haircut. What happened was when she was looking for her laptop and vibrator in Mommy and Daddy's closet, she found their old Floby.
What?
Come to the base now, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come to the base now, don't be shy.
Well, I'm glad that you sound like you're doing better than you were earlier. You were sad and stuff. That's why I wanted to make sure you're okay.
No, I'm okay. I mean, I just don't understand things, but I mean, they have to admit they are what they are,
Hang on, I want to hear that again. I'm sorry.
And stuff. That's why I wanted to make sure you're okay.
No, I'm okay. I mean, I just don't understand things, but I mean.
Jessi doesn't understand things. Jessi, that explains everything, because Jessi doesn't understand things. I found that funny, but yeah, Jessi doesn't understand things. And that's why we're here.
They have to admit they are what they are, someone has a wrong opinion about you, and you just have to keep going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if you just kind of if you care too much about what these people say, it's just going to consume you.
What?
Tell me now I'm being followed. Tell me now I'm being followed. Hey now, just, oh no, I don't want to let this go. Tell me now I'm being followed. Tell me now I'm being followed. Hang on, when relax, I will hold you back.
Apples. Yes, Squeak. You need to have earhole apples.
I'm being followed.
No. See, this is now we're back. Now we're back to sexual harassment. We're gonna have to make sure we limit this on the Nomigos. We want it to be a bully-free and sexual harassment-free stream. Jessi, you're doing it again. No need to be sorry. Jessi.
I was dancing. Wait, hold on. I was dancing. What's going on?
You were dancing? You were dancing?
I was dancing and singing. I was dancing and singing. Yeah.
What kind of dance do you do?
I do choreography.
She does the Running Man and the Cabbage Patch.
That's crazy. So Nugs, I guess Nugs has been doing choreography for like 10 years.
Since she was like 10 years old.
I guess, and won some national championships and stuff. And I mean, from what Nugs said, they were the youngest.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fucking sure, and I don't care, and I don't want you to talk about their people with me. I feel like it's kind of weird.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, just don't talk about other people with me. I just kind of find it weird.
Why do you find it weird?
I don't know. I think that our personal relationship.
The Roger Rabbit and RoboCop, her two dances.
People,
That's stuff that Nuggies talks about openly.
I mean, I'm being swallowed. Tell me that I'm being swallowed.
So what happened in your Discord earlier? Because I
want to relax. Don't want
Jessi, like,
hold on, yes.
Can you dab later? What happened in your Discord?
Yes, what? Jessi, please stop being a moron for like 5 seconds. Pretty please, with sugar on it.
What?
How can I never even learned to dab.
I can teach you to dab. But what happened? What happened earlier in your Discord?
Oh,
okay. This was around the time of the when Mark's the noob rug pulled her. And by the way, I don't know. I did mention it. Mark's actually showed up in what was supposed to be last night's stream and left a comment. And I gotta say, thanks for popping in, Mark's. And I'm sorry that we streamed so late.
Person came into my Discord. It was like biscuit, something biscuit, but they were like hot and all that jazz
and all that jazz.
I don't really find it tolerable.
Did you kick them out?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, frisky biscuit. Yeah, I'm looking. You sent me the screenshot. But only was that it? Just those what?
Yeah, that's it.
Was it just those 4 messages, or was it someone else?
Yeah, so they came into the general chat, so hot and heavy, and all I asked was, "Where did you come from?" And they said that they came from a Laker chat, and yeah.
Yeah, I probably came from her YouTube channel.
Well, you share the Discord in places, don't you?
Go,
Jessi.
Ben.
Jessi.
Wait, is this contract legal or not? Because I feel like you're fucking with me because I know that.
Oh my God! Do you take? And I'm being serious but do you take ADD medication? Or are you supposed to take ADD medication and you haven't been taking it?
Supposed to, and I don't.
And you don't. What kind of? Because I'm just saying, like you sometimes have a tendency to do what I call bunny trails, and if you've ever chased a bunny, who hasn't? They spring off in just different directions. So we'll start talking about one thing, then you'll just bunny trail, or they also call it McNabbing in the South. You'll McNab to something completely different.
Yeah.
And you remember?
Wait, they call it McNabbing in the South? Are you saying that Philadelphia is in the South now? Oh my God, U.S. geography lied to me.
Rossi, when Jimmy Brooks took Spinner's ADD medication that he didn't need, and then Jimmy Brooks is just running around going crazy. You remember that?
Yeah, but if you're talking about Britney Spears,
no, Jimmy Brooks, Aubrey Graham, or you may know him as Drake, on that episode of Degrassi, when Spinner.
He was on Degrassi, and he was in a wheelchair because the kid shot him.
Oh, spoiler alert!
He was episode and everything, but where the f- is Spinner?
No, Spinner wasn't in a wheelchair. It was Jimmy Brooks who was in the wheelchair. Why did the guy shoot at the school? Do you remember?
So there was a prank set up, and it was yellow mustard and feathers, but it was beyond that. They were just they were just bullying him in the bathroom.
Yeah, but do you remember why they were? You remember why they were bullying?
Like wheel dogs.
What?
Wait, what?
Like the wheel dogs.
What did you just say?
The wheel motherfucking dogs. They do the same thing to me, and the Tweedle.
No, not the Tweedledums. The reason why that they were bullying him is because he was dating.
They were in the bathroom and everything, and calling him a freak show and everything. Yep.
No, but do you remember why? Do you remember? Do you remember?
Little paint and feathers poured on him, and these people, the Tweedledums, deserve that.
Do you remember who it was and why they did it?
Oh God, are we gonna get is the Butt Goblin gonna show up? Is the Jessi Jean Moore Butt Goblin gonna make an appearance? Because if it does, I don't know if my mind can handle that. I just might pull an Event Horizon and just reach up and just grab my eyeballs and just tear them out with my bare hands, and then shout shit in Latin.
So it was actually Spinner who was like the main antagonist, but the guy who did the shooting, he was dating Terry.
I know.
And he was abusive. Yes. He beat her up, and she ended up leaving the school because he was beating her ass, and so
no, he wasn't beating her ass, but he definitely was hitting her out of control because he had some kind of mental disorder. It wasn't beating him up.
He wasn't beating her ass. He was definitely hitting her, though. Jessi, do you realize, do you understand how figures of speech work? No, we guys, we are dealing with a weapons grade moron. Jessi is weapons grade stupid. Like if we were to drop her in like Iran or something like that, we could actually like come up in under, you know, that's a war crime. Sending Jessi into a war zone is it's a war crime, and we'd get called to task for that under the Geneva Convention.
Beating her up.
Yeah, it was domestic violence, like it was dating violence. It was,
Spinner did that to,
not Spinner.
Spinner did that to get.
No, not Spinner.
No, can you listen to what I'm saying? Spinner did that for justice. And, yeah, but, so Jerry was, you know, out of control and everything, and he knew that he kind of deserved this. He wasn't just like a poor old kid. However, he came into a, Jerry came into a school with a gun.
Yeah, I remember.
So
it's hard to do a shooting without a gun.
Yeah, but do you know the song? I used to sing a lot of songs on these shows.
Hot Cross Buns. I know that song. Hot Cross Buns. Is that the song?
No.
Pumped Up Kicks.
I see the light come through my window. I see it carry in my wall. I see the light coming through my window. And the window's got the light down low. The window's got the light down low. And then the other song that's like what Ashley's song. You know the Ashley song that she was doing for Ashley.
Ashley
that she did.
Ashley Tisdale?
No.
Ashley Madison?
Ashley Madison?
Ashley Tisdale. Yeah, she did the whole.
She was Sharpay. I think she was Sharpay in High School Musical. Was that her name? She wanted the Fabulous. She was also in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And then, I don't know if she was in Sweet Life on Deck, but she was definitely in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody with Brenda Song. Brenda Song, by the way, suing a couple of Los Angeles massage parlors because they were using her image to act like that she was one of their Asian massage therapists there.
Yeah, actually, she's supposed to be on a podcast talking about it.
Who, Ashley Madison?
No, Brenda Song.
Oh, Brenda Song.
Brenda Song, but
so
Ashley
sweet.
Tisdale, they're all going to be on a podcast.
Talking.
Call Her Daddy. Call Her Daddy.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Yeah, they're going to be on her. She's doing a whole Disney Channel, How I Grew Up kind of thing. People.
That's really interesting. Listen, I have a question for you. Who was the Ashley that you were talking about? Is it Ashley Simpson?
Oh.
When Ashley Simpson had the black hair and her original nose, she looked just like Steve Perry.
I don't even know. I don't really care anymore. It's just I feel like we got like so like off topic, man. But
do you know? Oh, Sherry. Do you know Steve Perry? Journey.
Mhm.
What's your favorite Journey song?
I don't really like Journey.
Wheel in the Sky. The only appropriate answer to that is Wheel in the Sky.
What?
That much.
Hold on. How can you like classic rock and being groovy and everything else, and you don't like? How can you not like Journey?
I'm more like into hippie music, the Beatles, me and you, and you and me, and the Doors. And
I mean, yeah.
The Beatles weren't a hippie band, Jessi. They were a pop band. They dipped their toe into that. Like most mainstream artists do, but make no mistake, the Beatles were a mainstream pop act. They were not a hippie band.
Yeah, I like Floyd and AC/DC and the Who. You know,
Yes.
I like all of them too. But I'm just saying, how can you not like Journey?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. It's just Journey. I mean, I hope you can respect that.
What?
I hope you can respect that.
Respect
I don't
what?
like Journey.
I mean,
I don't like Journey.
this is banter we should be saving for the No Migos show. Why don't we go live now?
No.
You
You
can-
don't have a fucking contract.
We don't need to. We don't need to.
Oh.
Look, you.
Fantastic Planet and Jennifer, welcome aboard the poop train. Boop boop. Yeah, Medusa puts it back. The Beatles were a fucking boy band. They were One Direction in only in the 60s.
You'll sing the song. How's it go?
And not that that's a knock. Not that that's a knock. I mean, I'm a Sex Pistols fan, and let's be honest. The Sex Pistols were in fact a boy band.
We're not friends. We're not foes. How's it go?
Darling, knows that you will be blowing because I'm just a puzzle piece, a chess piece, and I'm going through the discourse.
Wait, is that the rap
And
for?
you know-
Is that the rap for the No Migos? I'm so confused. What is the theme song?
No, but it's fucking rock song. Alright, I'm making it up as a rock song, but can you fucking please stop doing that?
Stop doing.
Live from Montego. This is No Migos. My name is T-Bo. I'm gonna rap, yo.
What?
I really want. No, I'm not going to do anything without a contract. Do you think it's all a game?
Jessi
It's
Jean.
fine. Wesley.
We're not friends. I didn't call you. No, I didn't call you. What are you screaming about? You're gonna make your parents so mad.
I know I dropped something, but it's okay.
Okay, it's 11 p.m. They're probably trying to sleep, and you're over here yelling and screaming and carrying on. What is wrong with you?
Pickles.
No, I'm all
Pickles.
good. It's
Are you outside or inside?
inside.
Oh, you're gonna get in trouble. Your sister's gonna say something. She's gonna say, "We're not friends.
good.
We're not foes."
No,
I can just do it. Well, you're not doing it, so who's gonna do it?
We're not friends. We're not foes. We're no amigos.
I like it.
All right, but I don't want to do the show with you, but I'll only do it for you. I'll only do it for money.
Of course, you only do it for money. That's how
Yeah,
it works.
It's annoying.
What?
I don't want to do the shit. It's annoying. But I mean,
Jessi Jean, are you kidding me?
I'll do it for the money.
That's what.
So, Wes, if you're listening right now, I'll do No Migos for you for $420.69.
I like to hear. I'll do it for the money. No. There. See, this is the kind of banter that people will be able to depend on when we're streaming weekly with the all-new No Migos stream.
Mm-hmm.
Let's work on our intro. So the song will play.
No,
What? We
I
don't.
don't have a contract. with
Just
you.
okay.
I don't have-
So why don't we work on our banter while we wait on a contract? It's silly to just sit on
No.
the sidelines with your
No.
hand in your pocket saying, "Well, I don't want
No.
to do anything." Jessi,
No.
that's not professional. I thought you were a consummate professional, and here you are telling me that you don't even want to practice
No.
until there's a contract. What
No.
happened to performing for the love of the performance?
Blessings, Dunder. Welcome aboard the poop train. Boop boop.
For the love of theater. Where did that go?
No, I'm not doing it because I know that you just want, your dromedary.
I'm what?
So you want your dromedary. You want your commentary, your drama.
I don't
you
even
want
do
your
drama. I don't do drama content.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You might not realize, but you lose. You do drama content all the time, talking about blood smoke, and you make several rhymes to keep on going. You're flowing it west coast.
I gotta be honest,
Keep on going.
Probably not your best theme song.
I'd also like to point out that nothing. We're not drama channels here. We're commentary channels. There is a difference. And is it just me, or does it, in this picture, does it look like she has a black eye? That's healing.
But if you can,
if I recall, this is from her Wolf Smut stream.
Like Westmost, burn toast, killing them hoes, turning them to ghosts. Westmost, pot roast. Oh, what if I had my own brand of pot roast?
Better for my toast.
What?
Westmost. I thought I would get a better butt.
A better butt toast?
Westmost. Westmost. I thought I would get butter for my toast.
Butter. Oh, so it's like you're at a restaurant and you're saying, you're at a restaurant and you're like, Westmost, I thought I'd get butter for. I mean, that's pretty good. But I think maybe if we can work out a song about Westmost and pot roast.
We do, Callie. We do know that she has one brown eye. Yeah, because we've seen it multiple times.
A Westmost sandwich with a little pot roast and a shot of Jessi.
What?
Just to get the chicken.
I don't know what that was. I'm so confused.
Yeah, too much vegan junk food in Celsius.
You know who else be confused? Terry.
Okay.
Westmost pot roast. So let's discuss the I want to have the sexual harassment clause built into the contract. So can we discuss that part?
Yeah. You definitely want to get a sexual harassment clause, especially since Clobber fucking.
Well, it's between you and I, so I don't know if Clobber would need to be involved in a contract that's between you and I.
All right.
Well, like my concern, and I'll be honest with you. My concern is you mentioning things.
Wait a second, guys! I just noticed this. Okay, maybe I'm a dumbass too. I mean, I can be a dumbass, but I just noticed this. She starts to do her McNabbing thing anytime Wes mentions a sexual harassment clause in their contract. You know what this means? This is Jessi trying to distract from discussing a non-sexual harassment clause, because without sexual harassment, she has nothing to really talk about. This is a woman who's pretty much fashioned like 90% of her personality around boobies, and the rest of the 10% is on fictitious charges against people who criticize me. That's all Jessi is. 90% boobies, 10% insane vitriol.
No, I mean, my.
Do you want to?
Jessi, can we discuss the sexual?
I want to get off here, but do you want to? When are you signing the contract? Tomorrow.
Jessi, it's Labor Day. You know that lawyers hibernate on Labor Day, Memorial Day, and Easter. That's by law. They can't work on any of those 3 days.
It's Labor Day. It's Labor Day.
Yeah, it's Labor Day. Lawyers can't work today. You know how the law works. You know that those are 3 days that you cannot get a contract.
Almost Labor Day.
What?
But, yeah. So if you want to, just, let me know what's going on. Yeah, I would love to see the contract, right? Have a good one.
Jessi,
thank you so much.
No, you're not going to hang up. That's rude. Don't do it.
You're rude.
No, you should ask, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about first before you just hang up on people?
Guru, welcome aboard the poop train. Boop, boop.
That is so rude. Don't be a giggly goo goo with me. You want to hang up just to be a brat.
Only do this with you.
Yes, you only do this. You see what you're saying? You're saying I only brat with you. Why are you bratting out? I thought I asked you to turn the brat down to a 2, and you're always at like a 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
I bounce on my ball, I brat for you. You've heard me ranting, and it's getting horrid all the time.
And so, can we agree in the contract that you won't talk about my penis or anything like that?
Never planned on it. So that's yes.
What?
I mean, I never planned on it. So
Well,
like, I don't give a fuck about
you do. You not clobber. Clobber's not involved with
No.
this. With this,
Alright, fine.
Jessi. Why is it the dick talk that is the contract killer?
Jessi, by law, Jessi must be allowed to talk about your dick. This is it's fully legal. Like this is it's in the Constitution. I believe it's under the First Amendment. Jessi must be allowed to talk about your dick and how wet she is at any given time. But yeah, there's that. So let's get to the I want to thank Polynomial for dropping the link on this. Here is I'm Sorta Kinda Bored second channel. Joran and Jessi collab on an apology with help from West Most. Let's listen. And then we'll go on to Lorne.
Hey everybody. This is the rare serious video from me. I'm going to read what I wrote because that's the best way for me to organize my thoughts and really say what I mean. Please bear with me. I apologize to all the people in the TCAP community, and especially the women. I have behaved inappropriately with so many women in the community. I can't even remember them all.
I want to apologize to the community for my inexcusable actions. I made people uncomfortable and said things I should have never said. I should have never mentioned someone's name without their consent in a story that could be misconstrued. I am sorry, and they do not deserve this. In my mind, I had created this weird dichotomy. If I'm generally polite...
Dichotomy.
Dichotomy?
Yeah,
What?
so good, yeah.
That'd be really bad if I say it like that.
Yeah, you don't
Start
want to say
over.
that wrong. Yeah.
Okay. In my mind, I had created this weird dichotomy. If I am generally polite and caring, it's okay for me to also get sexual sometimes. Or, oh, he's my friend, he knows how I am, and it's cool. But it's not, and it wasn't cool at all.
Okay. Hey, hold on, I'm getting a call on Skype real quick. Hold on one second. Sure. Hello? No, I don't know if I'm going to make the video. No, he's working on he's working on something right now, and I'm gonna decide after.
It's Chris Hansen. He's a con man.
No,
he's a fraud.
Hey, can you send me an email? I'm in the middle of something right now. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Hello? Hi. All right. Where were we?
You want me to do the paragraph again? In my mind, I created this.
Oh, yeah, please.
In my mind, I had created this weird dichotomy. If I am generally polite and caring, it's okay for me to also get sexual sometimes. Or, oh, he's my friend, he knows how I am, and it's cool. But it's not, and it wasn't cool at all. Calling yourself a good person doesn't mean you can act like you're concerned one minute and fetishize the same person the next. Sometimes in life, you get a mirror held up to you and your actions, and you don't like what you see. If you're smart, you look, don't wince. Don't look away, but you deal with the sight and you decide to do something about it.
I'm sure you probably want me to get rid of this paragraph.
What? Hold on.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, could you start that one over again?
Yeah, this is probably... I'm almost sure you're going to want me to get rid of this, but...
No, let me decide that. Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Of course. Sometimes in life, you get a mirror held up to you in your actions, and you don't like what you see. If you're smart...
No, I missed the paragraph before that.
Oh, okay.
In my mind, I had created this weird dichotomy. If I am generally polite and caring, it's okay for me to also get sexual sometimes. Or, oh, he's my friend, he knows how I am and it's cool. But it's not, and it wasn't cool at all. Calling yourself a good person doesn't mean you can act like you're concerned one minute and fetishize the same person the next. Sometimes in life, you get a mirror held up to you in your actions, and you don't like what you see. If you're smart, you look, don't wince, don't look away, but you deal with the sight and you decide to do something about it.
My own actions now make my skin crawl,
and I'm sorry and I will make a change.
Anyone can say they changed and aren't going to do wrong anymore, but my best thinking realistically got me here.
Hold on, that last line, like my best thinking got me here, like really punch that. Yeah,
Okay.
like no,
Okay.
that's why it's capitalized. Like anyone can say they have changed and aren't going to do wrong anymore. ... Don't say the ... though. But my best thinking, and then even maybe take like a little pause. But my best thinking got me here. Or alternately, you can do like this. But my best thinking got me here. You don't do them both, and then we'll just all edit out the one that doesn't sound right in the final. How's that sound?
Alrighty.
All right.
Okay.
But my best thinking got me here.
Start over,
Yeah, you don't have to slate this one either. Just start at the anyone can say.
please.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
In my mind, I had created this weird dichotomy. If I am generally polite and caring, it's okay for me to also get sexual sometimes. Or, oh, he's my friend, he knows how I am and it's cool. But it's not, and it wasn't cool at all. Calling yourself a good person doesn't mean you can act like you're concerned one minute and fetishize the same person the next. Sometimes in life, you get a mirror held up to you in your actions, and you don't like what you see. If you're smart, you look, don't wince, don't look away, but you deal with the sight and you decide to do something about it.
My own actions now make my skin crawl,
and I'm sorry and I will make a change.
Anyone can say they changed and aren't going to do wrong anymore, but my best thinking realistically got me here.
Because, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change.
Read the last
Thank
line.
you for all the listening to me.
Hold on. No, now read that. Remember, do the my best thinking got me here. Like now, real introspectively. You don't have to start from the top. Just you read. Anyone can say they have changed and aren't. Read that line again, but with the different here, and then we'll put the one in that sounds the most sincere.
Anyone can say they changed and aren't going to do wrong anymore, but my best thinking realistically got me here. Sorry, sip of water.
Thank you all for listening to me. I've taken down my videos that were sexual in nature. My stuff going forward will not be sexual. I'm going to make sure I'm respectful to all the people I meet on the internet and in person from now up. I don't like that line. In person, because that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make. Hold on. Are you saying it doesn't make sense to be respectful to people in person?
Well, because I've never not been. I feel like they're trying to make me sound like I am.
No. All this is saying is that you're aware what people are saying, and you're just paying them a little lips.
That was because going into a K-pop Discord butthole first is that's respectful, right? That's what respectable people do. That's how I. Fun fact. That's how I introduced myself in Julie Virgo's Discord. Just butthole first. Just boom, right there. It wasn't even washed. Like, I think there was some dingleberries. There was some shit smear on it. There was a bit of corn.
Service. This is just mayonnaise. Have you ever heard the term? This is just mayonnaise on the bun, washing the car.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, that's a famous saying, right? Yeah, this is just mayonnaise on the bun, washing the car. Sometimes you got to wax on, and sometimes you got to wax off. All right. So yeah, go ahead.
Thank you all for listening to me. I've taken down my videos that were sexual in nature. My stuff going forward will not be sexual. I'm going to make sure I'm respectful to all the people I meet on the internet and in person from now on. Thank you for your time, and I hope you can forgive me, but I understand if you can't, and that's fine.
I'm sorry.
If you had to rate the apology video, what would you give it today?
I would give it a 9.
Okay. And that's on the scale of 1 to 10?
Yes.
All right.
Fuck. Oh, hey, look who came up. All right. So that was the new Jessi stuff. What did we think? Did we learn a lot tonight? Did we learn a lot from Jessi? We learned a lot about how to commit a Class E felony in New York State. We learned how to do that. And also, I'd like to add, so she impersonated like 3 different officers. So is that 3 different charges, or would that just be like into one? I don't know. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. I'm sure most of you guys are gonna fuck off now because we're getting into Literature with Lorne. I need to have like an intro. I already have half a song done thanks to you. Hey, no problem, Callie. I'm glad I could help. Oh, by the way, you'll need to pay me $429.69. Otherwise, I'll sue you for $50,000. I'm going to get a spray tan. I'm going to get a new car. And if you don't give me that, I'm going to say that somebody slid into my DMs and they said that you, like, knocked on people's doors and then ran away. Or, like, did dog poop bombs. You know, something really fucking horrible. But anyway, yeah, let's, so last we left on Taken Abroad by Lauren Armstrong, everyone's favorite pedophile author. He went to basic training. Aaron did. He spoke to his mom. He went to training at Fort Dix. Then he went right to Iraq. He took the ASVAB. He did not take MEPS. It was like apparently the army were so hard up at the time of writing this novel that all he had to do was spend like all Aaron had to do was spend a 15-minute meeting with an army recruiter, and then next thing you know, he's in basic training, because that's how the army works. But anyway, yeah, let's and last we left, he spoke to Aaron. I mean, Aaron spoke to his mother, and now we're moving on to chapter 3. Sorry, excuse me. Chapter 3. Aaron looked down at his watch as he stood beside his fellow soldiers, dressed in his BDUs with his backpack securely fastened around him. 4:30 a.m. rock time. This was it, he thought to himself. This is the moment I've waited so long for and trained so hard for. He could feel his anxiety grow when he fell in behind his fellow soldiers to step aboard the plane that was to carry his unit of 51 soldiers into Iraq. His unit leader, Staff Sergeant Buchanan, was the last man to step aboard the plane before they closed the door and headed for the runway. Aaron closed his eyes when he felt the airplane picking up speed. He could feel the bumps from the runway easily through the soles of his... Souls spelled S-O-U-L-S. Oh, God. I just want to know, like, what are his combat boots thinking right now? I mean, since they have souls. Are they like, oh my God, what's happening to us? What is our lives? But anyway, apparently combat boots have souls, and he could feel and Aaron could feel the bumps from the runway through the combat boot soles on the bottom of his feet. So this, anyway. Then he felt his body move at an uneven angle as the nose of the plane began to lift off the ground and speed into the air. He said a silent prayer for himself, his family, and for his fellow soldiers. He opened his eyes to find his unit leader, Staff Sergeant Buchanan, looking at him. He gave him a smile as his leader gave him a thumbs up for reassurance. He fidgeted with the excess strap from his backpack belt while a million things ran through his mind. The flight to Iraq seemed to take forever. He wasn't sure he was prepared for what he was going to see when he got off the plane, but knew there was nothing he could do about it now. Aaron felt his stomach suddenly turn very warm when he felt the plane begin to descend. In just moments, he would be landing in the country that would change his life forever. He felt the jolt of the plane as the tires touched the ground. His limbs went numb and his stomach felt as if the food would come up at any time. He swallowed hard and beat the rising gorge back down into his stomach as the plane began to slow to a crawl. As he pulled the release handle on his seatbelt, he repositioned himself to stretch and prepared to disembark from the plane. He had expected to hear a lot of noise and see explosions in the distance when he got his first glimpse of a rock, but was happy to find it quiet in the dark early morning hours. He hadn't planned on it raining like it was, but he would be outside only long enough to go from the plane to the hangar anyway. The unit had all entered the hangar and sat on the floor as directed by Staff Sergeant Buchanan after removing their backpacks. Aaron felt the concrete floor getting more and more uncomfortable after sitting through 2 hours of what the next 3 days' agenda would be. He felt the concrete floor getting more and more uncomfortable after sitting through 2 hours of what the next 3 days... I don't even know what that sentence means, Baggies. I know it was English, and I know it was words, but I'm not quite sure how they lead into one another. Right? There was a disconnect there somewhere. After the 2-hour lecture, he... Oh, okay. Maybe you should have said... Maybe, Lorne, you should have said, So I'm gathering what happened is he sat through 2 hours of a briefing on what the next 3 days' agenda would be, but... You might have wanted to point that out. Otherwise, it's just, it's kind of it's not a good flow. I'm just saying. After the 2-hour lecture, the unit gathered up their backpacks and made their way up to their bunks. Aaron located his bunk and began unpacking his gear. He had his gear spread out over the bottom bunk when he felt a tap on his shoulder. He turned around to find his friend, Staff Sergeant Paul Pabla, there with a smile on his face and index finger pointing to the top bunk, indicating to Aaron that the bottom bunk was his. "Oh, no way," Aaron said with a smile spreading across his face. "Oh, yes way," Paul said, grinning back at him. "Rank has its privileges, you know," he said as he smiled and patted Aaron on the back. "Well, I guess I can be thankful for a good bunkmate anyway," Aaron stated. Once he gathered up his things from the bottom bunk and placed them on the top bunk, he realized he wasn't at all upset about sharing the bunk with Paul. In fact, he was quite happy about it. He just couldn't believe that out of all the guys in the unit that could have gotten forced to share a bunk with, he was lucky enough to get one of his good friends. Wait a second. So, Paul, who I will assume was in basic training with him, they went through their advanced training, mechanic school, whatever it was Aaron did, and was presumably on the flight with him into Iraq, and sat through the briefing with Aaron. And Aaron is just absolutely shocked, I tell you, that his friend Paul was there. Either Aaron is the most unobservant human being alive and probably would not do well in a war zone, or Aaron is just phenomenally stupid. I'm not sure if it's Jessi level stupid, but it's creeping up there. Once he gathered up his things from the bottom bunk and placed them on the top bunk, never mind. Over the next 3 days, Aaron and Paul spent their time getting to know the base and the areas that surrounded it. They distributed ammunition throughout the base and took the necessary classes they needed for out in the field. The 4th day, Aaron and Paul and a couple other guys they worked with drove a Humvee into the city to get to know the area there. Aaron drove especially slow because he was also looking around at all the new sites. They were pointing out places that have been bombed and gunfights had taken place between the American soldiers and... Wait, hang on. They were pointing out places that have been bombed and gunfights had taken place between the American soldiers and the insurgents. In Lorne's mind, that is a complete sentence. That's a complete sentence, and there's no run-ons whatsoever. They noticed that this particular area of the city was almost deserted because of all the damage that had been done to the buildings. There were people still there, but not many that hung about in the streets. Aaron quickly slammed on the brakes when a man ran out in front of the Humvee and stood there blocking its path. He couldn't figure out why the man would want to run out in front of a moving vehicle, especially one as large as a Humvee. Aaron sat there and looked at the man for what felt like 20 minutes, but in reality was nothing but mere seconds. The man had short black hair with a long beard, an athletic build, and was about 5'9" tall, wearing torn brown pants and a white long-sleeved shirt. Aaron looked over at Paul, then they suddenly realized that this guy was a suicide bomber. All 4 men in the Humvee ducked down just in time as the man in the road blew himself to pieces. After the explosion, all 4 men sat up and looked at each other with a sigh of relief that they were still alive. I can't believe that just happened, Aaron said. I mean, you know, it's been shown on the media and the news and everything like that, but fucking hell, I can't believe that actually happens. Holy shit, the media were right? But I thought the mainstream media was full of lies. Holy shit, I can't believe it. Like a stereotypical suicide bomber just suicide bombed us. Fuck. We better call in the base and let them know what happened, Paul stated. We'll have to cordon off the area until police get the mess cleaned up. They called into the base to inform them of the suicide bomber, and then it killed no one else but the bomber himself. I mean, naturally. Otherwise it wouldn't be a suicide bomber. It would be just like a self-mutilating bomber. Then they got out of the Humvee to rope off the area. When Aaron stepped out, he grew pale at the sight of the human flesh that had been stuck to the vehicle and the building walls around him. As he took his first step after closing the door... No. We gotta talk about what actually happens. Oh, and hey, good night, Medusa. Thanks for tuning in. But we gotta talk about what actually happens when an explosion is going off near the human body, that close. There's not a lot of human flesh left over. And most of the flesh that has been caught in the explosion is essentially turned into a fine red mist. And the actual, like, any holes or anything like that would most likely immediately be cauterized from the heat. So there wouldn't be a lot of human flesh sticking to the Humvee and the buildings. This is clearly a man who has never seen combat. It's written by a man who has never seen it. Now, I haven't seen it, but I actually have had it explained to me by people who have. Yeah, so... Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, as he took his first step after closing the door to the Humvee, he felt an odd feeling under his left boot that felt like he had stepped on a thin carpet. He lifted his foot to find a piece of human scalp stuck to the bottom of his foot. That did it for him. "Oh, God!" he exclaimed as he pulled the scalp from his boot, turned and lost his breakfast in the middle of the street. Paul ran to his side. "Oh, are you all right, Aaron?" "Yeah," he answered. "There's just some things even the army can't prepare a person for, I guess." That was a thing that none of us was prepared for. So they didn't explain that to you during your briefing? Like, oh yeah, by the way, welcome to war. You're probably gonna, on your travels, you're probably gonna meet people who are just gonna randomly blow themselves up near you. You might want to watch out for them. Like, this was not covered in their briefing at all. It wasn't covered during, like, the advanced training that they took before going into war. This was never covered. But anyway, yeah, but none of them were prepared for this. The army is incredibly incompetent, if this is to be believed. Let's get this area roped off before anyone else steps into a mess. The next couple of nights, Aaron found it hard to sleep and hard to concentrate on his work during the day. He and Paul had both stayed up talking about the incident of the suicide bomber on the third night. It seemed to help them both face what had happened, and they were both able to sleep better. From time to time, whenever they found something that was bothering them enough so they couldn't sleep or couldn't concentrate on their work, they'd talk to each other so they could just get it out of their system and not have to keep it bottled up inside. Over the next month, Aaron and Paul attended many training classes on how to react to IEDs. Okay. So, I gotta say, again, they're gonna let them roam around around an Iraqi city in the middle of a war, and then only after an attempted suicide bomber, then they get classes on how to react to IEDs. Like, it's like, oh yeah, some of our guys got almost killed by a suicide bomber. Hey, you know what? I think now would be a really good time to teach them about how IEDs work. But anyway, yeah, apparently it was a little late, but they're taking training classes now on how to react to these things. Also, how to close off specific areas after bombings and raids, how to raid houses, and how to train Iraqi police. Wait, Aaron was in... Hang on. I'm gonna come back to this. Yeah, he was training to be a mechanic. But they're going to teach him how to train Iraqi police. Yeah, let's get the mechanic to train Iraq's police force. And while we're at it, let's get some of our finest plumbers to train their air force. Sure, Lorne. Sure. He kept busy, so there wasn't much of a time for a lot of recreation. In his off time, Aaron would either get on the computer and talk to his mother or call her on the phone. If he and Staff Sergeant Pablo had time, they would get into a game of basketball or play a couple video games. During the first month, there were a couple of months of mortar that hit the base that Aaron and Paul had to help clean up. He was never bored, but always wished he could be in a little more of the action. Do you think we'll ever see any more of the action than what we're seeing here, Paul? Aaron asked. Yes, I do, Paul replied. And from what I've been hearing, it's not going to be long before we do. Yeah, because when you're going to send units into war, you better make sure that you've got all the finest mechanics leading the charge. They can really throw a monkey wrench into an opposing army's plans. Ayo! Aaron gave Paul a stunned but enthusiastic look after his comment. What have you heard? He asked as he leaned in closer to make sure he didn't miss a word of what Paul was about to tell him. Well, from what Staff Sergeant Buchanan was telling me, the Marines are pushing a group of insurgents towards the outskirts of Mosul, and we have to help corner them. We'll be going right in the middle of action to repair any vehicles that break down and are expected to fight if necessary. So we'll have to... Now, hold on. Oh, Vidrana. Hello, Vidrana. Welcome aboard the poop train. Boop, boop. You'll have to be on the replay crew to catch the Jessi stuff. We're doing Literature with Lorne now. But I gotta... Now, I know combat engineers are often sent out into the front lines to, defuse, mines and all of that. Set up ad hoc forward bases and everything like that. But do they really send mechanics out into a war zone to fix vehicles that have been rendered inoperable from enemy fire? I've been told that I've been informed that usually how that works is you go to get the vehicles after the fighting and then fix them. You don't just repair them in the middle of the gunfight. There's bullets whizzing around you and you gotta fix this fucking axle. Not how it works.
I think Lorne might be embellishing his service a little bit. Not a lot, just a skosh. Just a skosh. I'm sorry, Aaron. Not Lorne, Aaron. But okay. So, we'll be going right into the middle of the action to repair any vehicles that break down and are expected to fight if necessary, so we'll have to go in with our weapons ready to fire. When is all this supposed to happen? Aaron asked with anxiousness. Within the week, Paul replied with a slight grin, knowing how much Aaron has wanted to be in with the fighting. Bruh! If Aaron wanted to be in with the fighting so much, why didn't he join infantry? I mean, you know, you could sign on to an infantry unit during the war so you could be in with the fighting. And then, you know, after you're done with the war, you could reapply for a mechanics corps, for mechanics training. Okay. Have they made up teams yet? Aaron asked, pushing to learn more of the situation. Yes, you and me are on a team with Private Baker and Private Gentry, Paul answered. We're calling ourselves the Apple Buttholes. We're the Apple Butthole Gang. That's our team. Do Baker and Gentry know about this yet? No. I just found out about it this morning. I was supposed to wait until this evening to inform you all of it at the same time, so if anyone asks, you don't know anything about it yet. Aaron looked at his friend and smirked. All right. The rest of the day, he did his best to keep his mind on his work, although it wasn't easy. That night, he lay in his bunk, thinking about being in the middle of the action. It took him a couple hours to get to sleep. Over the next few days, his excitement grew more and more as he waited anxiously for word that the Marines had pushed the insurgents to the point that where the army was now needed to help corner them. Paul could see Aaron's anxiety as he approached him. He'd been seeing it over the last few days. I know you've been anxious for word for us to go out into the action, Aaron. I just wish I could share your enthusiasm. Paul watched Aaron's shoulders fall because Aaron was hoping he was coming with word about the insurgents. Paul hesitated as he saw Aaron sigh, then watched a smile appear on Aaron's face when he blurted out, We have to be packed and ready to leave in 1 hour. We're also changing our position, too. Aaron gave Paul a dumbfounded look as he asked, What do you mean changing our positions? We're not going in to work on vehicles. We're going in to fight! Okay. So, Aaron is trained as a mechanic. He went to mechanic school. So, he probably has had very minimal training regarding, like, troop movements, how to flank, all those things that infantry people would need to know. But they're gonna send Aaron the Humvee mechanic in to support Marines in who am I to gatekeep? Vidrana, who are you to gatekeep when will he repair his gun? No, we're not talking about he's in you missed the last Lorne stream. In the story, Aaron is trained as a mechanic, like working on Humvees and shit. But before, they were going to send him into a combat zone to fix Humvees. Which, again, that's not quite how it works, but, Lorne needs to feel like an action hero. So, I'm not going to, I don't think I can take this away from him. It's mean. But so we're going in to fight. What made them change our position? Aaron asked. The insurgents kidnapped a taxi driver and are threatening to kill him if their demands are not met. So they're getting sent in to fight because the insurgents have kidnapped a taxi driver, and now they want to open negotiations.
So are they sent in? Are they being sent in to fight, or are they being sent in to, as a crisis resolution? You're kind of inconsistent here, Lorne. You're kind of inconsistent with your army portrayal here. Paul shifted gears in his voice and tried to hide his nervousness. Let's get this stuff ready. I still have to inform Baker and Gentry. Aaron began loading ammunition into the Humvee while Paul fetched Baker and Gentry. When they returned, the four of them had the vehicle loaded and ready to move out in 40 minutes. Oh, okay, men, who wants to drive? Paul asked. Aaron stepped forward. I'll drive. Okay, let's go then. They all piled into the vehicle, Aaron in the driver's seat and Paul riding shotgun with Gentry and Baker in the back. We have to go to the police station first to let the Iraqi police know that we're here to help them, Paul explained. Aaron pulled into the parking lot of the police station and parked near the entrance door. He turned the engine off and noted the shabby look the building held. All four of the men got out and walked toward the building. Upon entering it, they had to stand still for a moment to let their eyes adjust to the dimly lit room. They found the translator standing next to the clerk's desk. The man held out his hand to greet the soldiers. Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Pabla. I need to let the police know that we're here to help them. The translator was an American, Paul could tell. He felt relieved that it would be easy to communicate with police with the translator present. My name is Staff Sergeant Randolph. Hold on right there, and I'll let the police chief know. Paul and Aaron stood watching the sergeant as he left the room and made his way down the narrow hall. Before he could return, they heard gunfire coming from nearby. Paul, Aaron, Baker, and Gentry rushed outside. They reached the Humvee just in time to dodge a bullet that ricocheted off the police station. They couldn't fire back until they found out which direction the shots were coming from. Then another bullet hit the police station, closer to the Humvee this time. Are they trying to hit the Humvee? Aaron asked himself. His question was answered as the next bullet twanged off the back of the Humvee. Pew! They're shooting from between those two buildings over there, Paul shouted as he pointed to the buildings across the street. Aaron, go behind that concrete barrier on the right side of the police station and shoot. Baker, you go to that concrete barrier on the left side of the police station and shoot. Me and Gentry will stay here and shoot from both sides of the Humvee, Paul ordered. You know, if you're in the middle of a firefight, it's generally not a good idea to shout orders because, one, in the middle of fucking gunfire, your soldiers are probably not going to hear you. And two, dude, it takes a lot of time to get out a specific order like, hey, get out behind, go take cover behind that concrete barrier on your left. No, what you would do is you get the other guy's attention, you point to the concrete barrier, you point to him, and you just, there you go. Message received, hey, go over there. You, point to the other guy, point to the concrete barrier on the right, go over there. Message received. And much quicker than going, hey, go take cover behind that concrete barrier over there and wait until I give further orders. As, you know, guns are like, ba 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 ba, pew 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 pew, boom, boom. Aaron and Baker both ran to their designated positions and began to fire back at the insurgents. Paul and Gentry began firing back from the sides of the Humvee. The insurgents must have been overwhelmed by the firepower the four men held because the shooting ceased after only 5 minutes. Wow, that is a pathetic insurgent force if they can be held to bay by 4 fucking people. Once Paul felt all was safe enough, they went back into the police station and... Once Paul felt all was safe enough, they decided not to, do a sweep of the area to clear out any remaining insurgents or, collect any prisoners for interrogation that they might have wounded. Nope. It's all safe. Hey, let's go back and continue what we're doing. And they were updated that the kidnapped taxi driver had been killed and they needed to find the man's body. Dude! You made that actually a point. You made that a point of why they were going in to fight, and then you just gotta kill that guy. How you gonna kill the guy off page? How you gonna do that? How you gonna play us like that, Lorne? How are you gonna play us like that? After a few minutes' deliberation, the four men headed back out to the Humvee and climbed in. They drove around the block to make sure the insurgents were gone, and then they cordoned off. You want to know why you cordon off the area right directly after the apparent fighting has been stopped, and then you do the cordoning off and then the sweep? Is because if you're just gonna finish up what you're doing and go into a police station and there's still like a fuck ton of insurgents around and they just wanted to keep quiet to fool you into thinking they were gone, the second you walk into that police station, they're gonna fucking surround you. And then y'all are fucked. That's why you do that before you go into the police station. But who am I? Who am I to say? Who am I? I'm a dude talking shit on the internet. But yeah, but after they go back into the police station and were informed that the taxi driver was killed off page, they began to cordon off the area and do a search for the taxi driver. Aaron and Paul walked toward the two buildings to begin searching, while Baker and Gentry began walking into the opposite direction to start searching. "Keep your eyes sharp," Paul said to Aaron. "You never know if or where an insurgent could be hiding." Aaron could feel his adrenaline picking up as he inched toward the back of the building where the insurgents had been shooting from. He inched his head around the corner to take a cautious look. Paul's notion that the insurgents had left was right on the money. Aaron found as he looked down at the body laying motionless on the ground behind the building. Wait, so there was a body there? And you're just now telling us this? Aaron and Paul walked up to the man with caution, checking for any bombs that the insurgents may have left behind as a booby trap. To their relief, there was none. I mean, they're not combat engineers. They're not explosives experts, but clearly there's no bombs. Our army mechanics can do fucking everything, can't they? They looked down at the lifeless body of the taxi driver. "Not an old man," Aaron said to Paul. "Late 20s or early 30s. Why would... Who cares? Who cares?" Then Aaron looked down at the hands tied behind the man's back and his ankles tied crisscrossed. He moved his eyes back to the man's face that lay with one cheek flat against the dirt and saw the bullet hole between the man's eyes, just above his brows. The man had been killed execution style. A tear appeared from Aaron's eye and his face grew pale. He felt a great pain for the man that had been carelessly murdered. Paul put his hand upon Aaron's shoulder. "Let's call that in, that we found the man's body, so they can give him a proper burial as soon as possible." Aaron wiped the tear from his eye and turned with Paul to radio Baker and Gentry that they had found the body and to meet them back at the police station. After letting the police know that they had located the body, Aaron, Paul, Baker, and Gentry piled back into the Humvee and headed back to the base. Paul and Aaron held quiet up front as Baker and Gentry drew a short, chopped-up conversation between the two of them on the ride back. Both Paul and Aaron knew they should probably spend a couple hours talking to each other about their feelings and about what they had seen and been through that day, but neither could find the words to begin talking about it, so they both just lay silently, staring into the dark. It was about 1 a.m. when Aaron had finally drifted off to sleep. He was having trouble all night as he tossed and turned and finally woke up around 4 a.m. in a cold sweat from the nightmare he'd been having. He laid there deep in thought and motionless as a tear rolled down his cheek. It took another hour before he fell back asleep. It was now 8 a.m. when he finally woke up. He was late for work, but Paul left a note on his bed explaining to him that he knew he had a hard time sleeping and that he didn't wake him up for work because he knew he needed the rest. "You tossed and turned all night. Get showered and dressed and come into work when you wake up," the note read. Aaron pushed the thoughts of his previous days. "Yeah, so, I guess we don't... I guess we don't have to, we don't have to take orders from, like, our immediate superiors or anything like that, but, if our bunkmate orders us to stay in bed, then goddammit, we'd better stay in bed." Aaron pushed the thoughts of the previous day's events out of his head best he could and climbed off his bunk. He gathered up his things and moved to the shower to wash the night of sleep away and thoughtlessly slid into his uniform. He tossed his cap on his head and walked out the door and walked to the mess hall to get some assistance from a cup of coffee and a biscuit for some energy. Not a run-on sentence. Not a run-on... Lorne's grammar is on fucking point. The next week and a half was all repetition. Go to work, then bed. All the while, Aaron still had thoughts of the taxi driver. The images of his lifeless body laying there in front of him haunted Aaron every night in his dreams. He had called home and talked to his mom and let her know some of the events that had taken place and reassure her that he was all right. Even though he tried to disguise the tone in his voice so that his mom couldn't see how much he was bothered by the things he had seen, he still got the feeling that she could tell he had changed from last time she had talked to him. Aaron hung up the phone, feeling better after talking to his mother. Somehow hearing her voice had restored a comforting feeling that was lost at the sight of the dead taxi driver. So, I'm Tickle, yes. This book is insulting. Lorne has never been overseas or seen combat, and it's pretty fucking clear. So I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for all veterans' experience. I really, really can't speak for all veterans here. Now, but I will say that somebody very close to me in my personal life actually did see a lot of combat in Iraq, both during Desert Storm and Enduring Freedom. And you know what? He won't talk about it. He won't tell us anything about the experience other than it was fucked up. It's all he'll say. He doesn't go into detail about it with us. He doesn't. He refuses. You know, he won't. He will not talk about it ever. Like I know he'll talk about it with like his buddies that he served with, but he won't talk about it with us. It's one of those things. Like, you know, the people who've seen the shit don't say the shit. At least, I mean, again, your mileage may vary. 3 weeks had gone by since the shootout with the insurgents at the police station. Paul walked over to Aaron with a look on his face that told Aaron something was up. "Where do we have to go?" Aaron asked Paul before Paul even got a word out. "We have to go to the Iraqi police station again." "Again? What's going on this time?" he asked. "Nothing. We're going to be training them." Paul looked at Aaron and noted the sigh of relief and also a hint of regret on his face. Yep. Gonna send the mechanic. Gonna send the mechanic who has seen maybe 10 minutes of combat. He's the perfect motherfucker to train the Iraqi police. And like I said, you know, the Army got all of our best plumbers to train their Air Force. Paul looked at Aaron and noted the sigh of relief and also a hint of regret on his face. They left and gathered up Baker, Gentry, and Jerry Bowler, a worker from the refueling unit, because they needed an So we've got a mechanic, random other dudes, and somebody who works in refueling to train Iraqi police. Okay, so they grabbed the gas pumper. They grabbed the gas pumper because they needed an extra man to train the Iraqi police. And they left in the Humvee for the Iraqi police station. As they approached the police station, Aaron looked at the building and to his left where he had found the taxi driver. "Will I ever get that image out of my mind?" he asked himself. He was able to move the thought from his head for most of the day as they were training the Iraqi police. After 10 hours of training, Aaron was ready to go back to the base and lay his head on his pillow for a long night of rest. On his way back to the base, the guys were laughing and discussing the day's events of training the Iraqi policemen. "Yeah, I taught Sergeant Omar how to fill up a car. Dude is a crackerjack refueler. Like, bruh, he's gonna be a Medal of Honor Iraqi cop. Or as we like to call them, Ecoppies. The ride was quiet and smooth, and Aaron slouched back easily against his seat while Paul drove along. He closed his eyes and took in the conversation and put his remarks in when he needed to. He could feel himself begin to fall asleep, so he quickly sat up and rubbed his eyes back into focus and looked at the road ahead. Just as his eyes got focused, an explosion threw the Humvee sideways, and Paul slammed on the brakes as he was now placed in the opposite lane. "Is everyone all right?" Paul asked. He looked at Aaron to his right, saw that he was fine, then turned around to check on Baker, Gentry, and Bowler. Jerry had his hand over his ears and was slightly bent over in the seat. "Jerry, are you all right?" Paul asked. "Jerry!" he repeated. Jerry still didn't reply. Aaron turned around and grabbed Jerry's hands to pull them away from his ears. As he lifted his left hand from Jerry's ear, he saw a small stream of blood roll down Jerry's earlobe from inside his ear. "We need to get him to the hospital now," Aaron said to Paul. Paul took his foot off the brake and stepped heavily on the accelerator. "I think we should all get checked out while we're there," he stated. Aaron looked at the confused look on Jerry's face. He could tell that Jerry couldn't hear anything, but admired the way he remained calm. At the hospital, everyone checked out all right, except Jerry. The doctor informed Paul, Aaron, Baker, and Gentry that Jerry's eardrums had been blown out from the explosion, and he would have to remain at the hospital. They all went to their bunks and prayed that night for Jerry to recover, and thanked God that nobody got killed in the explosion. But on the other hand, Jerry's going to get a Purple Heart, so that's pretty awesome. But on the other hand, military's going to lose the finest gas jockey it's ever known. Pour one out for poor Jerry, guys. The next few months went by quickly, and Aaron thought less and less about the incident with the taxi driver. Although it still remained in his mind, he was able to deal with it easier than he had when it first happened. He had a hard time when he had to say goodbye to Jerry. Although he still had his life, thank God, he would never be able to hear again because of the explosion that took his eardrums. Aaron spent most of his time with Paul even when they weren't working and training the Iraqi police. They grew very close, and Aaron was happy he could have someone he had someone he could confide in when he was having a hard time. He couldn't imagine how much harder his time in Iraq would have been if he didn't have Paul there with him, or Kayla on the internet. Aaron would call his mother about once every 2 weeks, along with write her letters to let her know that he was all right and to update her on everything that was going on. He let her know that even though he was proud of the things they were doing to help the Iraqi people, he had a hard time dealing with some of the things he'd seen happen and had been through. "Things aren't at all what I pictured in my head when I joined up, Mom," he'd say. "Holy shit, Mom, it's actually a war. It's not like the movies and video games, Mom." Most of the time, his thoughts would drift. They got me, a mechanic, training the Iraqi police. This is not what I signed on for, Mom. Most of the time, his thoughts would drift back to the suicide bomber and the taxi driver. There had been so much more since then, but for some uncertain reason, he would still think back to those two incidents. Maybe it's because they were the first things of this nature that he'd witnessed in his innocent life. His mom let him know that she could tell he had changed just by talking to him on the phone. How can you tell just by talking to me on the phone?" he asked. "I'm your mother. It's my job to know these things," she replied. As much as he tried to hide his feelings, she still knew. He was always amazed at the insight his mother had into his life. Paul would always tell Aaron, if it weren't for mothers, this world would be a hard place to live in. Those dirty mothers. And that's the end of chapter 3. How we feeling, guys? How we feeling? We good? As I'm down to going into chapter 4. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll finish my drink. We'll read chapter 4. I'll do. Zach, welcome aboard the poop train. Boop boop. It's my buddy Zach from the Illuminati, guys. Say hi to Zach from the Illuminati. If it weren't for mothers, they wouldn't have been born. Well, you could have a mother who gives birth to somebody and then trades the baby in for an iPod or some shit. But yeah. If it weren't for them goddamn women getting pregnant, we wouldn't be here. Okay. Okay, hang on. I gotta mute real quick. Sometimes smoking weed is a bad idea. All right, so yeah, we'll do chapter 4, and then we'll finish off with some Green Frog, Jessi shit. Chapter 4. Aaron rolled over and woke up to Paul shaking him. Get up, lazy bones! It's time to go to work. Slowly but surely, Aaron was able to get up enough energy to sit up in his bed. What time is it? He asked. It's 7 o'clock a.m. Time to start the day, Paul replied. See, and this is how you can tell that Lorne has no idea of what's going on in the army. Because if you were in the army, it wouldn't be 7 a.m. It'd be it's 7 hours. It's 07 hours. 07 hours. Time to start the day. Aaron threw the blankets off him and crawled down from his bunk. Paul was already dressed in his uniform and was brushing his teeth. You got up kinda early, didn't you? Aaron asked his friend. Yup. We have to be at the Iraqi police station at 8 this morning, so you need to step on it, Paul replied. Why do we have to be there so early? Because I have to direct traffic today, and it's expected to be heavier this morning because of all the new troops coming through. That would figure, Aaron said jokingly. Leave it to you to mess up my much-needed rest. Paul pat Aaron on the back and replied, You know I wouldn't do it if I didn't care. Guys, I'm starting to get some vibes from Paul and Aaron here. Like I'm starting to get a little Brokeback Mountain vibes here. Like there's going to be a kiss. I just know there's going to be some kissing going on. Maybe some they're going to start copping feels in the back of the Humvee. Aaron smiled as he watched his friend walk away and continued to get dressed. The morning had gone by rather quickly, and Aaron and Paul sat on a concrete barrier and ate their lunch. Sometimes 30 minutes for lunch just doesn't seem long enough, Aaron said. Yeah, I know what you mean, Paul replied. Especially when I have to stand in the middle of the street all fucking day directing traffic. Kind of makes the feet a little tender. Well, at least your feet'll match your head, Aaron cajoled. I can't let you be the only one with a tender brain, Paul retorted. Ha ha ha! Oh, banter. Baggies, you're just... Lorne clearly has a gift for banter. After they finished eating, they returned to work. Aaron looked forward to the end of the day when him and Paul could go back to the base and give their feet a well-deserved rest. At 2 o'clock, Aaron came out of the police station and walked to the Humvee and stood waiting for Paul to join him for their afternoon break. Paul saw Aaron and signaled to them that he would be right with him. Aaron waved back to him and turned to open the door to the Humvee when he heard a gunshot. He quickly turned around and looked at his friend. Paul stood there with his hand above his heart and to the left. He looked up at Aaron, stumbled 2 steps toward him in the road, and then collapsed. Paul! Aaron shouted. He paid no heed to the 2 gunshots that were fired at him as he ran toward his injured friend. When he reached Paul, he bent over and helped his friend to his feet and helped him get behind a car that had been abandoned in the middle of the street after hearing the gunfire. He helped Paul prop his back up against the car as he sat him on the ground and then lifted his M16 rifle from his shoulder and took aim in the direction the shots had come from. Wait, you're still using M16s? Y'all still use M16s in the Army? Oh, damn. Damn, Zach. And yeah, I saw the pictures of you and Seth going shooting. By the way, if you know anything about guns, M16s are shit. They're absolute shit. The only thing an M16 is good for is for using it as a club to beat down your enemy long enough to take their fucking AK-47. Because if you're going to go to war, you might as well beat somebody up so you can actually get a good rifle. Okay. I can't tell where exactly the shots came from, Aaron told Paul as he looked around frantically. I'm going to shoot just above the building to scare the sniper. If I'm lucky, he'll shoot again and I'll spot him. Hurry up and shoot then, Paul demanded. Aaron took aim just above the building he suspected the shots were fired from. He waited a couple seconds that felt to Paul like hours. There was no return fire. The sniper had disappeared. Aaron turned his attention to his friend. Aaron, Paul stuttered. Yeah, Paul, I'm here, he replied. I'm not feeling so well right now. Hang in there, Paul. The ambulance is on its way. You're going to be fine. Aaron gave all the encouraging words he could give to his friend to make him feel assured, but he knew himself that Paul was hurt bad. The ambulance arrived and moved Paul into the back and began sticking him with IV needles and setting tubes in place on the way to the base hospital. They did everything they could to keep him stabilized until they got him set up properly at the hospital. Aaron sat in the waiting room with his hands folded in prayer and tears falling from his eyes. Unsure of what he would do if his friend that had been there for him through the hardest times were to die. He raised his head after ending his prayer with Amen. All he could do was wait. He paced back and forth in the waiting room. Minutes seemed like hours, and hours seemed like days as Aaron awaited a word about Paul's condition. 7:45 p.m. The doctor came into the waiting room. He gave Aaron an apologetic look, and Aaron knew that his friend had perished. We did everything we could do. We thought for a while that he might pull through, but it was just too much loss of blood from his main artery, the doctor explained. Aaron turned and walked out of the hospital in silence. He spent that night in Paul's bed and let the rain of tears put him to sleep. He was awakened by Baker letting him know that Staff Sergeant Buchanan had called him over the intercom to come to his office. After forcing himself to get up from the bed, he looked down at Paul's bed and remembered that he had fallen asleep there last night because of the loss of his friend and blocked his mind from going any further in memory to prevent from breaking down in tears again. The loss had taken its toll on Aaron. He had done all he could do at the time to get Paul to the hospital at the time. He did all he could do. He had done all he could do at the time to get Paul to the hospital at the time. Okay. But he still couldn't help but beat himself up with what-if questions. What if I would have just kept running once I had him on his feet after I helped him up from being shot? What if I would have called in for the ambulance before running out to help him to safety? What if I would have been paying more attention at the time to the surroundings? Why wasn't I paying more attention to the surroundings? Why wasn't he wearing our bulletproof gear? He'd be alive right now if we would have had our bulletproof gear on. Considering it's the Iraq War, maybe not. Maybe not. After a moment, he realized that the questions he had were endless, and he just couldn't understand. He was overwhelmed by the whole thing and was mentally drained right now. He pulled his mind away from the incident the best he could and continued to get dressed. He moved himself to the latrine to shave and brush his teeth. While standing in front of the mirror shaving, his mind got lost in See, this is why commas are important, kids. Baggies, the importance of commas. So it should be, while standing in front of the mirror shaving, comma, his mind got lost in thought. Okay. But because there's no comma there, it looks like he's saying that Aaron is standing in front of the mirror shaving his mind. And I've got questions. I have questions about that. Like, how do you shave? Maybe I need Jessi's assistance on this. How do you shave one's mind? Like, do you gotta, like, smoke a lot of synthetic weed and inhale some whippets? And drink some while drinking Celsius? Like, how do you do that? How do you shave your mind? But yeah, he was standing in the mirror, lost in thought, shaving his mind, as he stared blankly at his reflection. He didn't snap out of it until he realized he had cut his cheek from the pressure he had put against the blade. Aaron knocked on Staff Sergeant Buchanan's office door. "Enter!" Staff Sergeant Buchanan yelled. Opening the door, he moved quietly and steadily to Buchanan's desk and stood in silence as he waited to be addressed by the staff sergeant. "Aaron," Buchanan spoke, "please have a seat." Wait. Can I just point out ranking real quick? Earlier, in chapter 3, we established that Pablo was a staff sergeant, but yet he has to sleep in the bunks with the other like privates and corporals and shit. But yet his NCO is a staff sergeant who has an office. Lorne, you need to make the shit make sense. And also, if Staff Sergeant Buchanan is, in fact, his NCO, he wouldn't be addressing him by his first name. He'd be like, "Hey, Private," or "Hey, Corporal, have a seat," or probably, "Hey, Corporal Johnson, have a seat," or maybe maybe, or if not, at least there would be an at ease. As he sat down, he fought to keep himself from breaking down again because of all the thoughts racing through his mind. His eyes were an ocean of tears, ready to flood his cheeks, but somehow he kept them back. "I'm sorry about the loss of Staff Sergeant Pablo," Buchanan spoke again. "I know you and him were very close. Like brothers, you might say. The loss is a great blow to the whole unit. I have written his family and need to ask if you can put together his personal items to be shipped back to his home." The staff sergeant paused a moment. "Then I want you to take the next few days off so that you can try to heal from the loss of your friend. I know how hard it is for you right now. I've been through the same type of thing before myself." "Yes, sir," was Aaron's only response as he lifted himself up off the chair and moved toward the door. "Aaron," Buchanan spoke before Aaron could get out the door. Aaron turned around to look at the staff sergeant. "Yes, sir? If you need someone to talk to, Aaron, you're more than welcome to come to me." Buchanan stated to let Aaron know that he was there for him. "Thank you, sir." Aaron walked back to his dorm where he slowly began the painful task of putting together Paul's personal belongings to be shipped back home to his family. He kept the one picture that he had of him and Paul that was taken in front of the Humvee that they always rode in. When he had all of Paul's personal effects together, he brought them to Staff Sergeant Buchanan and returned back to his bunk where he spent the rest of the day and night in bed. Most of the time staring off into space while his mind wandered through the past. Aaron returned to work a few days later. Still not back to himself, he returned to work anyway. As he tried to let things return to normal for himself, he felt it was near impossible without Paul there for him. There were times when Aaron had some close calls of being shot or blown up because his mind would drift back to watching Paul get shot and falling on the ground before him. He began having a hard time focusing on his job, but no longer felt anything when he killed or had witnessed someone else be killed. Wait, so he's killed people already? I mean, Lorne, you're glossing over some important details that readers would probably want to know. Because in the book, so far, Aaron hasn't actually killed anybody. He's fired, that we know of, he's fired some shots. He found a dead cab driver. He was caught in 2 explosions, and he lost his best friend, but we haven't actually, read about him killing anybody. You need to explain these things. Readers need to know them. Including those from his own unit. Oh, so other people from his own unit have died? And again, this is information that readers may want to know. Finally, the strain became too much as he was in the field one day and witnessed 3 children that were playing with a ball become insurgent targets and were blown up only 30 feet from where he stood. Again, this is information that probably could have comprised a chapter on its own. In fact, I'll even go so far as to say it should have been a chapter on its own. I'm sure readers would have liked to have known in great detail about what happened when Aaron was Aaron was watching children get blown up by insurgents. Anyway, but we just all we need to know, we just need the Cliff Notes version. We don't need chapters about. We just need the Cliff Notes. Just gloss over that shit for us, Lorne. Finally, Aaron stood paralyzed and had to be moved physically by two unit teammates. As they grabbed his arms to haul him to safety, Aaron began to resist and tried to run towards the departed children. Tried to run toward to the departed children. He tried to run toward to the departed children. But his two teammates overpowered him and forced him to safety. Yaw! Again. That should have been a chapter by itself. By itself. And actually, come to think of it, like, you probably could have done a whole chapter about losing Paul. Now, I know that there's a greater plot coming up in the book, because I have actually, I have kind of skimmed through the rest of it, so I know that there's other shit going on, including Lorne writing a sex scene. We're gonna get a sex scene in this book. Just spoiler alert. We're gonna have Lorne writing sex for us. But you know what? We're at the 3-hour mark, and I did say we were gonna do some more Green Frog, so we're gonna do some more motherfucking Green Frog. Now, let's, hang on. I'm just trying to find one that either that I haven't seen, that isn't too long, or one that I just really like. It's really amusing. Okay, you know what? We got to do her. I'm totally gonna do her back and on cam video. And now, for context, this was when this was right after this was right either before or during, right before or right after the Chris Hansen interview dropped. This was her trying to capitalize on her newfound I want air quotes fame. And yes, Tickle, there is a sex scene. Yo, bitch, say something. Your fans are here. Your community is here. Say something. Oh, God, I forgot. So what this is, guys, it's a whole bunch of skits that she does, and it's intercut with the countdown. Because she doesn't know how to do screen transitions. Another countdown? Jessi. Bitch, please.
so beautiful. How are you guys, you puny, stupid humans? How do you like me now? How do you like me now?
Now, still think you're a piece of shit. Thank you for asking, though.
Stupid fucking humans.
That is some weapons-grade projection.
I'm beautiful. How are you guys today?
I'm vaguely creeped out by your attempt at acting, but other than that, I'm okay, Jessi. How are you?
Check it out.
Yeah, you look like a Dollar General Julianne Moore. Congratulations.
How could you do this to me? I'm beautiful.
Yeah, you're beautiful. And until you open your mouth or your butthole, yeah, I mean, I would you're a solid 7 out of 10. But the second you open your mouth, you're like a negative 38.
TikTok is on the clock. What's going to happen next?
Jessi, TikTok is on the clock. So all you haters can mock. As I try to hop on Westmost's cock. Watch me as I pop and lock. No! That shirt is on backwards. Are you sure? I don't know nothing from women's clothes. I don't even know how to take them off anymore. So yeah, your shirt's on backwards. And yeah, as soon as she opens her mouth, it's a negative 69. Jessi, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Jessi? Jessi, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Jessi? Your mic's off! Hey, Jessi! Jessi, your mic's off! We can't hear you. We can only see you poorly pantomiming a crazy person. Which, I mean, just to let you know, you don't have to pantomime being a crazy person. All you got to do is just be you. I think this is Jessi's best performance. Yeah, but Jessi doesn't exactly set the bar particularly high. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that my dramatic readings of Jessi, set the world record for Jessi performances. Oh, my name is Jessi, and I'm here to say I like to throw out false sexual assault claims in a major way. Pedophile. Pedophile. Nuggies is a pedophile. Pedophile. Break it down. Your mic is still off.
Your mic. Humans. And you thought that you were going to fuck with me. And I knew the entire time what was going on. You're too dumb.
Oh. Oh, baggies. Oh, baggies. You know why that's funny, right? First of all, she did this big supervillain monologue in which like 90% of it is muted. And then she turns her microphone back on long enough to tell us that she was fucking with us and that we were dumb. Let that permeate into your chakras, little baggies. She was pretending she showed her butthole on a K-pop Discord. She sent unsolicited nudes to Theo. She sexually harassed Mop, sent unsolicited nudes to Westmost, accused Nuggies of being a pedophile, accused other TCAP creators of horrible things. Extorted Joey, tried to extort Joey TCAP out of $50,000 by claiming that if he didn't pay her, she was going to go on stream and say that somebody had told her that he had raped them. That was all part of the troll. That was all part, and we were dumb. See, I mean, this is her admitting it. This is her admitting it right here. She was trolling us the whole time, and now she wants us to stop. But Jessi, your troll worked. We all think you're a fucking dumbass, sex pest, insane person. As according to your plans. I don't know why you're complaining about any of this. Like, if you're trolling, when you troll people, you get counter-trolled. That's how the game works. And if you can't handle that, maybe you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying.
Stupid fucking humans. I'm just playing a game.
And you know what? If it was a troll, like it was a pretty long one, because I mean, she started doing this shit like 2 years ago, almost. Either way, though, Jessi, again, when you're trolling somebody, the point is to make them look stupid. You basically made yourself out to be an unhinged, stupid sex pest. As part of a troll. I just can't. I can't. I don't even know what that is. So astronomically fucking dumb. I made myself look stupid as part of a troll. Ha ha ha! I'm a master troll.
And you were all my players. Welcome to Onision.
Why do I get the feeling that... So I get the feeling that if this took off, she really was going to brand herself as Onision. Which, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I will give her... I'll give her credit. That was kind of clever. But I absolutely get the feeling that if this had somehow taken off, she was totally going to embrace this Onision gimmick.
Sweet tea. Who, what, where, when, why? Those are the questions. Do we have answers? No.
Wait, what? Hang on, I want...
Those are the questions.
I want to listen to this again. I don't know why.
Sweet tea. Who, what, where, when, why? Those are the questions. Do we have answers?
Yes. Yes, we do. The who is you. The what is being a stupid, insane sex pest. The where is the internet. For the how, see the where. And the why, because you wanted fucking clout.
No.
No, I just gave you the answers. I gave you the answers, Jessi. And as Callie so helpfully points out, those aren't questions, those are nouns.
You stupid humans. You thought you can fuck with me?
Well, I'm not the one with my channel on lock, so I don't know, Jessi, why don't you tell us?
And I knew all along. I knew exactly what was going to happen last night. Stream prior.
And yet you still went along with it. And you still danced like a fucking puppet on a string. I mean...
And you guys are just dumb. And by the way, if you think I look like a ragamuffin or a rag doll, you wish I was your doll to throw around.
Dude, that was not snap-worthy. Jessi. Let's...
Muffin or rag doll? You wish I was your doll to throw around.
Oh my God. That was the lamest insult and comeback I think I have ever heard. That was... Oh, here. Let me just play along. We'll try this. For those of you who call me a butthead, I'm the butthead you want to play with. No, it's just, it doesn't work. It's, no, Jessi, that, you are really bad at this. You are very bad at this.
Snap, no comeback. Snap, no comeback. What do I say? I don't know. What do I say? I don't know. You're dumb.
I don't know, Jessi. How about the fact that that wasn't even comeback worthy because what you said was fucking stupid? Yeah, I got no comebacks because, well, I don't need one.
So, I'm glad you are enjoying my existence.
Well, I'm glad that you're glad that we're enjoying your existence.
Wait until you see what's coming.
Oh, you mean the part where you do a whole bunch of streams? You do a whole bunch of No Man's Sky streams without any game capture, and you hardly ever engage with anybody, and or using your community posts to slander people, or oh, how about that time when you locked your fucking channel down? Yeah.
Like I said, you're all just players.
And we won. We won. I don't know what we were playing, but apparently we're all players, and we all won. Again, our channels aren't the ones getting locked. Our channels aren't the ones that are locked. And the Jessi doll is probably, it's covered in fungus and Arby's roast beef juice. And Celsius.
You smell weird. Get away from me. You smell wrong. Incorrect. Take a step back. Thank you.
Was she trying to sound badass there? Was that Jessi trying to sound badass? Hey guys, you smell wrong. You smell weird. You need to take a few steps back. Thank you. Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry couldn't even pull that shit off. All right, night, Kelly. Thanks for joining us. Love you too.
I'm beautiful. How could she do this to me? I'm going to put you guys on hold and answer someone's message. I will be right back.
We're just gonna play this one through. Just gonna play it through.
Meep. Meep, 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 meep. Meep. Tastes like human. Meep. Tastes like human. Meep, meep, meep.
Foxes don't sound like that. They actually sound more like this. Ee! Ee! Ee!
This tea is the finest brewery. Thank you.
Okay. I take it what happened there was that she had something, and then, like, as soon as the camera came on, she forgot what she was gonna do, so she was just like, thank you. This tea is finest brewery. Thank you. Jessi and Lorne both have this great tendency to butcher the English language.
You can sell this video for $1 million because I'm going to be famous.
Dude, no, you're not. No. I think she's broken, yeah. I think your parents need to look into the warranty.
Just lifting some weights, you know, doing my thing. I'm all out of water. I'm so lost without you.
I don't even know what that was. At least we know she knows air supply.
Why would a guy do something this insidious to multiple women? Why would this girl decide to act crazy? What is the reason?
Well, Mr. Hansen, well, first of all, maybe you should eat that apple or do something with it because it's in your way. Nice hat.
No, it's been in her butthole. Don't eat it.
Why would a girl do horrible things and then when she apologizes, people do not want to accept that?
I don't know, Hansen. I don't know. Good question. Good freaking question.
Maybe because they're never sincere, you immediately go back to doing the shit you were apologizing for, or you just delete your apology and pretend that it never happened.
Whoa, where am I? Where am I? Is this the Matrix? Whoa, whoa.
Do you guys see all those numbers and letters everywhere? Whoa. Can I touch them? What a trip.
But she was one of the top drama people in her school, guys.
Will somebody tape my mouth shut? Shut me up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be kinky there. But if you like it.
Oh, that was supposed to be kinky? Please tell me that's not her idea of kinky.
She's a soul man. Do 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 do. She's a soul man. Do 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 do. She's a soul man. Do 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 do. She's a soul fucking man.
Okay. This was clearly Jessi trying to do prop improv, but having
All right,
no
boys
real
and girls,
ideas.
don't forget to smile. My young days wandering in the prairie, looking for a man to take me home. And I've been wandering and wandering for a very long time, and I've just been so unlucky. How is that fair? See, how is that fair that I can't find myself a man? I'm just sleeping around from woman to man, from castle to castle, and I just want my castle of my own.
Well, I'm glad she unretired the terrible Southern accent.
Why would a girl put crazy videos on the internet? What is going on? Well, Mr. Hanson, I decided since people wanted to fuck with me, maybe I'll just play their game. Nice suit and tie you got there, by the way.
That's her explanation for it. That.
Will somebody tape my mouth shut?
You did this
Someone
already.
out there has to tape my fucking mouth shut.
Are you broken, Jessi? You're repeating. Come back to us with another shitty improv idea. You went to the same improv class EKC went to, didn't you? That's the only explanation for why you suck.
Meep. Meep.
You did this already.
Hello there, friend. Or enemy. I taste like human. Yo, diggity, yo, yo, yow. What's good? Step up.
Look at that look on her face, guys. She really thinks she did something there. Am I the only one who is kind of seeing that might be a little bit racist? Just a little bit? I mean, not outright, but there are certainly questions. I would rather be watching Cyrax right now. You know, I think Cyrax and Jessi should do a duet. I think they'd make incredible music together. I hear Cyrax plays a mean stylus. Oh, she found a new prop.
Listen, I was just in a role-playing chat. I was just in a role-play. She said she was of age. This isn't rolling, right? This isn't actually rolling.
We were in a role-playing chat. She said she was of age. Fuck, this isn't gonna cause my paladin to go through an alignment shift, is it? See, I made that joke 20 times funnier. Right there.
She's a soul
You
man.
did this already. You did this already. You have run out of ideas, Jessi. And the ideas that you had weren't very good to begin with.
Man.
Please, sir, I ran out of water. Please, just give me a little bit of water. My tongue is quite dry. My lips are parched. Only these lips do. The other ones are quite, they're good. They're living in the sea. Please, sir, please give me some water. Can't you see I am parched? What am I supposed to do with these empty? There's a drop of water.
She's parched because she's thirsty for Wes's daddy dick.
Refreshing.
Jessi, if you're listening to this, contact Cyrax. He's a musician just like you. I think you guys would be great.
Can you taste that? Just, a little bit on your tongue. Can you taste it? You're tasting what I taste. Just making sure.
Summer's Eve? Am I tasting Summer's Eve? If so, I don't want it. Take it back.
She's a soul fox.
Oh my god, no!
She's a soul fox. She's a soul fox. Soul fox.
Oh.
She's a soul fox.
No, Stacy. Maybe she should be BFFs with Heather Kalana. They both live. No. Jessi and Heather? Bruh. That needs to be a thing. Oh.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, and then they came down and died.
You know when she tries to act
What
on...
does the sex pest fox say? What does the sex pest fox say?
But I thought you were supposed to be a non-sexy fox.
Human.
Is this like a little bit of like an old-fashioned fidget spinner? And goes around and around, and you flick it, and off it goes.
She needs to pull out her Hitachi. Do a skit with the Hitachi.
This dream was brought to you by Gold Peak Sweet Tea. Try one today at stores near you. Bye. You puny humans.
Oh, wow. Well, I just have to say, watching Jessi pretend to be crazy is incredibly cringe. And kind of sad too, because if she really wants to, like, if she really wanted to come off unhinged, all she has to do is just be natural. Just be yourself. Jessi, if you want to sound stupid and deranged, just be yourself. I'm being like 100% here. This is fatherly advice from your dad and everybody else's Lord Tebow. If Jessi wants to act unhinged, all she has to do is be herself. And yeah, that was a ride, guys. We and we got through it. We got through it. Oh no, Vidrana. I'd say the interviews with Wes and all that came out of that was the real her. This was her pretending. This was her role-playing as a crazy person. Which, I mean, you would think it would be easier for her to actually pull off, considering she's a crazy person. But no, she does a really terrible job acting like trying to pretend to be crazy. Which is weird, because again, she's not a nut. She's the entire orchard. Not a clown, but the whole circus. Anyway, I'm thanks to all of you who joined me tonight. I want to shout out to the replay crew, whoever they may be. Go ahead and give a shout out to the replay crew in the comments if you are a member. And let's see, my tentative plans are Friday night at around 11:30. We'll go back to Fallout. We've still got to do a lot of work before I can be the brain damaged authoritarian overgod of New Vegas. Then after that, it's going to be Saturday, and I am allegedly doing an alleged happy birthday to Jessi stream, where I will allegedly talk about and go through favorite moments of allegedly Jessi. And then we'll be back here for another. We'll be back here next Tuesday for some more Locale Late Night, and we'll have some more Literature with Lorne, and I might find a new person that we can talk about. And until then, take care, little baggies, and just remember that Daddy loves you all, and he got the cigarettes, and he's going to be coming home very soon.